Okay, that's enough of that. We're gonna get in deep shit for that. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Fulcrum Entertainment Podcast. I am your host, Gilbert, joined once again by my co-host Harry, and today we are doing a video. We're doing a watch party for probably, well, since Dial of Destiny is coming out, I'm gonna say it's probably gonna end up becoming the greatest one. Like, I want to give that like asterisk, maybe not, but for right now, it is probably the greatest Indiana Jones film of all time. And who are we having on it to help us? Top men. Anybody? Come on. It's like, who? Top men. Yeah, but no, today we have our friend Chanty from Pop My Culture. What's going on, Chanty?
I'm good. I'm really excited because this is fresh in my mind. I literally just watched this for its re-release in the theater, so that was an amazing experience. So I'm super excited. Hi, Kelly.
Yeah, what's up, Kelly? We got Lunar Girl in the comments, and Harrison. I swear, this is why I said we're gonna need an ice bucket on Twitter. Like, all y'all horny on the main for Harrison Ford.
I don't even give a shit that he's 80. He still looks good.
Really channeling them daddy issues with that.
I feel like Harrison Ford gives good talk.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
See,
he gives what?
Good talk. You know,
good.
Like, talk. I feel like the talk, like before and after, is like real good. Probably in the middle as well. But like, I also feel like he's probably quiet during. He gives off that vibe to me.
The only thing, like, the chick saying how much he loves it, he's just like, I know.
I know.
doing his Han Solo thing. But all right, so yeah, we're gonna be checking out probably my favorite Indiana Jones film, Raiders of the Lost Ark. So, God, how old is this movie at this point? Like, what is this? It was 80, 1980 something. I think we might have lost Chanty for a second.
Oh dear. Perhaps the Florida connection is not quite what we wanted.
Yeah, no. Yeah, it does say she keeps freezing. It's my two favorite boys and ew. See, if we were your favorite boys, Peaky, you'd be here with us. But no. And so yeah, I'm not sure. Like we'll hopefully Chanty can come back. We'll stall for a few more minutes to get her back here so we can get. So yeah, the plan is, everybody, in case you couldn't tell, the idea is that we're going to be doing a watch party. So if you're watching with us live, I hope you have Disney Plus so you can, or maybe you own it on DVD or something like that. There we go. She has returned. Now she's on her phone.
I'm on my phone. Yeah, I don't know what's up with my internet. I just think it's the bad weather that's coming here. Fucking Miami. Sorry, guys. Sorry.
No, you're fine. Honestly, I'm glad that you're actually even, like, you didn't just give up like some people.
No, I will always try to do anything to try and remain on the stream. So I will switch to my phone. It's not a big deal.
So yeah, we thank you for the perseverance. Like, again,
I'm a professional. Damn it, we're professional.
Hell yeah. So all right. So as I was saying, like, I don't know how old this movie is. Yeah, it's 1981. Okay, so this movie is now 42 years old. That is the meaning of life, the universe, and everything, right there.
Yeah.
You're right.
So yeah, but like, holy crap! It's still probably, it really holds up. Like, I still think it, even with the weird CGI at the end, the angels or whatever come out of the art, it still holds up really well. It's like, it's so good. Yeah, where does this stand in you? Like, of the four that have been made, where does it stand for you? I'll start with Chanty and then go to Harrison.
Oh, out of the four, this will always be number one. Always be number one. And then Crusade right after it, because Temple of Doom just feels like one big therapy session for George and
I didn't like Temple of Doom. It was like the weird, like, horror Kalima, like, that was cool. I'm all about that, and the rail car scene where they're chasing him through the mine, that is all badass. Like, yeah, all of that is cool.
That's not even, those aren't the parts that bother me. It's Kate Capshaw. I get it. She's playing the dumb blonde. But I can't take all of her screaming in the movie, and the scene where she has to crawl through the bugs. I can't do that.
It's like, I watched Raiders yesterday, actually, and that scene in the beginning where there's all the spiders, I'm like, I would have turned around right then and there.
Oh, Kelly does not like spiders. You see, that doesn't bother me, actually, but the bugs, I can't deal with it.
Yeah, I don't know, but I think I'm right there with you, though. That Raiders goes there, then what's it called? Last Crusade, and then Yeah,
I
fine.
like
Temple of
Crystal
Doom.
Skull. I'm sorry. So I put Temple of Doom last, honestly.
What? No, that's not okay.
That's not
Look,
okay.
look, we can all have our different opinions, but like Temple of Doom is better than Crystal Skull.
I'll leave now.
Get the hell out of my stream. Get the hell off my stream. Air Force One. Anybody? Yeah. Another great Harrison Ford movie. But anyway, the point is, yeah, I don't. That's fine. Enjoy what you want to enjoy. That's your like Last Jedi then. Because yeah, no, Crystal Skull was pretty bad. I love aliens and almost anything, but I'm like, why did you put aliens in? Why did you? Indiana Jones did not need aliens.
Get in.
And Shia LaBeouf.
Well,
and
I can do without. I could do without.
CGI vines.
The swinging through the vines, the sword fighting.
That is my biggest problem with that movie. It was the CGI in the jungle scene. Like that's the part that just kind of takes me out of the movie. But I'm okay actually with everything else. Plus, we get Marion back, so I love Karen Allen.
All right, Harrison, where do you rate this movie? I think I think you're a Temple of Doom guy, number one.
I am absolutely a Temple of Doom guy. I love Temple of Doom. I'm so into Temple of Doom.
Why?
Because it's creepy. It's creepy and like gross, and that's what Harrison's into.
Yeah, like the Kali Ma stuff is amazing. You know,
pulling a dude's heart.
Like, it's got some weird, like cultural bits that are a bit dodgy. You know, like help Shimalika, save Shimalika, and all that kind of stuff. But like, monkey brains is awesome. Cutting the snake open with the baby snakes coming out of the snake.
That's
the bugs. Like, I love it. Like, I realize. Whereas the other Indiana Jones movies, I'm like, I find them a little bit like Bond movies. Okay. But like, I watch a James Bond movie and I'm like, what's going on? Why are we here? Who's that guy? What the fuck is this? And I don't know. But like, at least Temple of Doom, it's like, look, plane went down. They're stuck there. Bad stuff's happening. Baddies. There we go. Just get on with it.
Okay. That's fair.
All right, fair enough.
I
just find it weird that it's apparently supposed to be a prequel to. I think it's supposed to be a prequel to Raiders, and it's
really?
and in that movie in Raiders, actually, I watched Raiders like I said yesterday, and he says, "I don't believe in that hocus pocus." I'm like, dude, you had your heart pulled out of your chest by magic. What are you talking about?
I always have an issue with Indiana Jones saying that because it's like, dude, with everything that you've seen with your own fucking eyes. Like, I don't understand why he's always in such disbelief about that kind of stuff. It's like, I don't get it.
Yeah. All right. All right. So we can talk about this in more. So let's go ahead and get this movie started. You guys got all your stuff queued up?
Yep.
All right. Anybody who's watching live, if you're not watching the movie with us, then you're just gonna have to deal with us talking about stuff. You're just like, wait, what are they referring to? And if you haven't seen Indiana Jones, I'm like, well, what is wrong with you? But anyway, let's go ahead and get it started in 5, 4, 3, 2, press play. And there we go, guys. Now we can go back to talking about Indiana Jones. Okay,
another good thing for Temple of Doom is right at the beginning when he stabs that guy with a flaming shish kebab.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
I do love the opening of that movie. And
Short Round is like, okay, we've got to deal with Short Round, but
I like racist, but whatever. We can all deal with that.
Now he's fine.
Sign of the times, man. Sign of the times. What can we do?
Yeah, exactly.
You learn from it and you move forward. That's all you can do.
I mean, this movie's got its own things. We're gonna see Alfred Molina pretending
there he is.
Yeah.
Yeah, not pretending that he's like a South American, like I want to say like Ecuadorian, maybe, I don't know.
And then there's Gimli acting like he's Egyptian or whatever it is.
I forgot that guy plays the guy who plays Salah plays Gimli.
Yes!
Yeah, it's just Gimli.
I think he also played Da Vinci in Star Trek Voyager.
Did he?
I believe so. I remember just like seeing that same guy one time. I'm just like, oh, hey, is that? So yeah, but regardless, the point is that I completely forgot that he also plays Gimli.
He's the professor in Sliders, if you remember that TV show.
Oh,
never seen that.
No, never. Seen. I remember the name, but I've never seen it.
It's all right. It's okay.
The thunder has.
Okay, I want to talk about this real quick. So if we're all more or less on the same part, we're on the part where he's being led through the jungle by these group of dudes. Like there's like 3 guys in his party. Right. One of them just ran away because he was scared by the bats. I'm like, there's 4 people here. The plane he jumps on in the end has 2 seats. He was planning to abandon these guys. Indiana Jones is an asshole.
Oh my god, Alfred Molina is so...
I didn't consider that. That's a good point.
Like I was watching this. Like I said, I keep saying I was watching this yesterday. But I was like, I was making all these observations. I'm like, wait a minute. He gets in the plane with Doc, and there's him and the snake, and it's like, wait, there's no more seats on that plane.
It was backup, Gilbert. It was backup. We'll just go with that.
It's like, yeah. He knew the whole time they were going to betray him.
1936. So I want to say Temple of Doom takes place like maybe 1932, 1933. So yeah, it is technically a prequel.
Yeah, it's like just before the war starts. So he's not dealing with any Nazis or anything. It's just some weird like witch doctor in like Peru or something.
So it would be interesting to see Temple of Doom before. Like I would like to watch it in that timeline order.
Yeah, that could be interesting. I kind of like that as well. I think, you know, there's nothing that bad with the Nazis like being like a major part of Indiana Jones, but I don't see why they always have to. It always has to be, you know, the Nazis, and then they do Crystal Skull, and it's like, well, it's the communists now. I'm like, couldn't it just be dudes? I don't know.
Could it just be Nazis still? But it was the 80s because it's like, again, they have to keep with the time, so it's like I think it's supposed to be like 84, 85.
What, Crystal Skull?
Yeah, or something like that. It's supposed to be like, or is it the 70s?
No, I think it's like the 60s.
Oh, 60s. Wow.
You get like the Teddy Boy biker gang.
You're right. You're right. I was off. I was way off. I was like, wait, that's not Stranger Things.
That's why I say the alien thing actually fits with the motif because of the time period that it was in. Like, yeah, it makes sense. Everyone was all into UFOs and things like that. So it makes sense to me. The reason why they have to have these kind of bad guys is because they're always looking for this kind of shit to help them win the war. You know, like Hitler was very much into that.
I'll say this. I'll say this. My family, when we first saw that movie for the first time, we all got like big. So the fun little fact about New Mexico people: whenever we hear our state in like mentioned in any way, shape, or form in movies, we always perk up and are like, "Oh, look at that!" So when we heard that Indiana Jones was part of the Roswell mission, it's like, dude, oh, look at that! He was in New Mexico. It's like, we were all about it.
I dump on Miami a lot, but I'm also really happy when I do see movies and TV taking place in Miami. So I totally get you.
So yeah, it's like we were all kind of like that, and then the nostalgia all wore off, and it's like, wait a minute, he was part of that too. He was with Pancho Villa. He was in the Roswell thing. He was in World War I. It's like, Jesus Christ, this dude is the most interesting man in the world.
What part are you on? Oh my God.
I mean, yeah, just now, like I'm at the part where they're walking into the cave, like they just got past the cobwebs. Like we're just about to get to the spiders.
All right, I think I might be a little ahead of you because I'm already there. Oh my God.
Yeah, no, right now where he's looking, like I'm right now at the part where Indiana Jones is looking at his back.
All right, let me pause for a couple of seconds because I'm just a few seconds ahead of you guys.
And now Alfred Molina is turning around to reveal his. That would be a big fuck no for me. I'd like just again. But both as an actor, like, and as an if this was like real life, I'd be like, nope, I'm out. You find this thing yourself, man. I don't care.
I have it worked into my contract. Will not deal with real life bugs or arachnids.
Will not work with children or spiders. Also, I love this. This is ridiculous. Like, this is the most ridiculous. Like, and see, it's funny because this is the first Indiana Jones movie, but this is the most Indiana Jones thing that's ever happened. Is the light making the. Like, anything that has ever tried to emulate this after, it's just like, dude.
And I gotta tell you, like, noticing a theme here, Steven Spielberg has a really big thing for skeletons, I've noticed.
He does, doesn't he?
He does. Poltergeist, too, like, he really loves his skeletons.
The skeletons are good. They're, like, real classic, like, horror, spooky, like.
No, think about it. I mean, I wouldn't want a bunch of skeletons like all over me. Oh my God, he's so, all right. I can't even look at him. He's so gorgeous.
Just that leather jacket, sheen of sweat.
The leather jacket, the fedora, the satchel, which is really just a man purse.
5 o'clock shadow, man. It's the 5 o'clock shadow. It just looks so good.
Yeah.
See, I'm like, what does Harrison Ford have that 5 o'clock shot? I gotta get
5 o'clock shadow, Gilbert.
Gotta start. I gotta go get like the beard kits that help me.
He's got those eyes as well. Like he's got a real intense stare to him.
Yeah, he does. He really, really does. Like, I can't even speak. Gorgeous. But this movie's so good. It's so entertaining. I agree with you, Gilbert. I think, like, having just watched this in the theater on the big screen, which was, I'm sorry, like, people who have no problem with movie theaters possibly going away, I have a real problem with that, because watching this right now on TV pales in comparison to watching this in a big movie theater with the lights down and the big sound. And
the smirk. So yeah, we got
yes,
Kelly in here.
Smirk.
And the hair.
Figure, I had a 9-year-old kid sitting next to me in the theater 2 weeks ago. And you would think, being that age, he wouldn't be. That kid was all into this movie. It was really great to see, honestly.
Yeah. See, that's pretty great, because it gets right into it. Like, you can see, like, there's no dicking around with two droids in the desert. There's none of that. I tried showing my nephew Star Wars, and he got bored. But I've shown him Indiana Jones, and he's all about it. Same thing.
It's packed, man. From the moment it starts, it's true. And
I love this.
Packed. I was really shocked to see how packed my auditorium was. Yeah, what's he doing? What is that shit?
I love this. Just there's no way that would work. There's no way sand weighs as much as a solid gold statue. Come on, bro.
Right.
He's a horrible archaeologist.
He's a professor, damn it.
And you know what? He sucks at that too. No, I'm kidding. Because he tells him in the third movie that X never marks the spot.
I mean, like, we're gonna see a student later on who does not think he sucks at that.
That's me. I'm gonna write
the one with I love you on your eyelids.
I am all with that chick.
Oh, you know he totally nails his student. Well, yeah, no, it's the 40s. You know he nails his students and nobody cares.
Yeah.
See,
I don't think that there's any real standards going on there.
We got Rami Butler in here. What's up? Said Ford was a man's man. I'm like, that's the old timey way of saying that Ford was an alpha.
Oh, don't bring him into this. That man is above that nonsense. Alphas.
Just saying. That's the old timey way of saying that. Also, that scared the shit out of me as a kid when he turned around and saw dead Alfred Molina.
And I love it. Good old fashioned.
Iconic scene right here. Him running away from the rock.
Which was badass in the theater, seeing that huge boulder coming out. It was great.
Un momento. I gotta let my dogs out.
Puppies!
One of the things I think is like fantastic about this movie is that, like, at the time, like when this movie came out, these were real old school style stories.
Oh, yeah.
Like Indiana Jones, these were like old adventure stories that like Steven Spielberg liked when he was a kid.
Right.
Like, and it's kind of a fun thing now that you can still go back and they still have this timeless kind of quality to them. Obviously, again, I think some of the cultural things we might be a bit like, I don't know about that, but they're still pretty cool.
But that's why I say a lot of times when, I'm on other, live streams or on our own and we're talking about a movie that's old, like this one, it's like you can't, I know it's difficult, but you kind of have to switch your brain and you really cannot look at some of these movies through 2023 eyes, And as long as you're aware that this is not appropriate, and this is whatever racist, misogynistic, whatever, word you want to use, depending on the situation, that's fine. Like, I recognize that some of these things are not correct, but I don't condone it. But what am I supposed to? I'll never be able to watch anything ever again.
Yeah, I see it a little bit like there are plenty of movies and stories that we enjoy where characters are bad characters and they do things that are wrong, So it's something like, again, like you said, as long as we understand that we can be entertained by something without condoning it, without saying like
condoning it, following it, emulating it. Right, exactly.
No, hell no. I definitely want to have a time where a guy pulls a sword on me and I just go bang, and everybody in the crowd just cheers as I walk away. I totally want that to happen because that's awesome.
Well, that's fine. I think that's okay.
It's like you might be in the right on that one, but all this other stuff, stealing the gold idol, that's not okay.
I've always had an issue with this. I don't know which part you guys are on, but I've always had an issue with the guy with the pilot who's like fishing. Like, dude,
yeah, no, I'm right there.
Out of there, bro.
That is funny though. He keeps trying to. It's like, fuck, I'm trying to catch my fish. He just throws the rod.
Anything out of that.
Hey, I recognize that engine sound. That sounds an awful lot like a Millennium Falcon to me.
What?
I was gonna say a TIE fighter, but yeah, or starting like the startings of like maybe an X-wing.
Who's
maybe I'm getting confused. Maybe I'm getting confused. I'm sure there's a bit where like the hyperdrive isn't working or something. You get the pew 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 pew.
I love how this is one of those things that I love about Indiana Jones, that he's supposed to be a hero, and he is a badass action hero, but he has like human moments like that where he swung and then he lands in the water all like awkwardly.
That's what I love. Yeah, it makes him relatable, and the fact that he has a phobia like anybody else would. I personally
snakes. Why did it have to be snakes?
It's great. It's like, dude, doing what you do, you're gonna encounter snakes.
Right.
Anyway, well, hey, Frank. I see you. Thanks very much, man. Yes, I'm the guy who reads Darth Plagueis.
Indeed. That's why I pointed. That's why I was pointing this way. There's that dude.
The best voiceovers, really, truly. You have the voice for it. Oh my god, he is. Oh my god, he could teach me any day of the week. Look at him reach here. Oh my god, I love it.
Yeah, he's a terrible teacher. X never marks the spot, and in the third movie, X marks the goddamn spot.
Yeah.
So she's complaining Harrison Ford's bullet should only be reserved for white men, not brown. Wait, whoa, wait, what? Who's complaining that? Nobody's complaining that.
What?
I'm complaining that I want to have that happen in real life. No, I'm kidding. Don't know what you're talking about, Frank.
I don't even know what that means.
Yeah, no. Anyway, moving on from that, we're about. I just about to the part where I think I might have passed it actually already, but we're just at the part where the girl's going to close her eyes and he's going to. Yeah. At any rate, yeah, no, it's so this what? Okay, I don't know.
There she is.
Yeah, there we go. And he's just like, wait, what? What is it? And it gets all awkward. He's like, let me just.
So there's no like 5 o'clock shadow really on him now. He's clean shaven professor mode. Okay, like the glasses, they don't change anything.
Nope, I love it. He looks great. He looks great. There you go. You do look good with those, Gilbert.
Yeah, I usually don't wear them. I only wear them when I'm working on stuff because I'm like they're blue blockers.
I gotta wear mine time or I'll bump into things.
Yeah, no, I never had to wear glasses for vision. It's because the screens hurt my eyes.
This guy right here.
I don't think she's upset about anything, man. I think we're just having fun talking about this movie.
Yeah, and I think like the bit I talk about is like we're acknowledging things like there are bits, you know, when what we were talking about with the not condoning his behavior or not condoning his actions. It's like I think it's like, you know, the stealing artifacts or like doing shit like that. Exactly. I got me and all of my people got called out in Across the Spider-Verse when Indians.
This is where the British stole all of our stuff.
Yeah, it's that, you know, like Indy's there going, it belongs in the museum, and it's like maybe it belongs in the temple that it was put in.
Yeah,
like it's still there. It's protected for a reason.
Yeah.
I sort of see his point. And on the one hand, I kind of see his point. If it's like an ancient temple, like no one's been here for thousands of years, like I kind of get it. It's like, okay, well, in a museum, at least we can learn about it. It'll be protected, it'll be preserved. But at the same time, it's like it's not ours. I understand both sides of the situation.
I completely agree, and I also agree with Tony's question.
And you get the thing that happens a lot.
Yeah, when will his hat come back into style?
I'm all about it, man. You know
the fedora.
I have something like that. It's not a fedora, but it's close enough.
I mean, I have a fedora, but it's one of those weird like 40s like detective fedoras.
I have this one. I have this hat, but this is more like Ranger Joe. There you go, Gilbert.
Yeah, no, mine's more of like I said.
That your Rorschach fedora.
Yeah, it's my Rorschach fedora.
Yeah.
I'm gonna wear this for the rest of the stream.
Go for it.
The problem with the museum thing is you end up with things like are happening now with like the British Museum, where like The countries that these things have come from have gone, hey, we have our own museums. Could we put it in there?
I know.
And then we're like, nah, it's ours, man. Don't know what you're talking about. We've always had this.
These belong in a museum. No, they belong where they are, and just leave it alone.
I think you know what? I think we need to get off of this and just talk about Indiana Jones. See, this is why getting into that argument about like, is he bad for? Just let's shut up about that and just enjoy the damn movie.
I think it's a fair conversation to have.
I would say like the greatest story.
That's something like just fucking leave it alone.
That's true. The Ark of the Covenant belongs in the ground.
Leave that alone.
But they put it in Area 51.
Of course they do.
Which I love that. That was one of the funny things about Crystal Skulls, that they crash into one of the boxes and it's the freaking Ark of the Covenant.
I love that part. You see, now that's a good like little Easter egg or whatever you want to call it. I'm not a fan of Easter eggs, but that's a cute one.
You want to have a funny story? So these two government agents, dudes, the kind of heavy set one with the gray suit, that's Porkins from Star Wars.
I thought.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh,
yep.
Wow.
Yeah.
So I thought that was kind of a cool thing. Is that like I didn't know that until like actually a few years ago. And just like someone pointed that out to me. I'm like, oh, holy crap.
By the way, Brody is kind of a bumbling idiot. No? Or at least he was.
Oh, yeah.
Kind of in, call it.
Marcus, that's right. Marcus, yeah.
Yeah, Marcus Brody.
So Tony says I look like a 40s private eye with that hat. Yeah, that's pretty much. See, oh, that's too bad. Says I don't have time to. I can't read that name. I'm not even gonna try. It's like hybrid. Hybrid XTR. Wow, I went dyslexic there for a second, but I don't. I says I don't have time to stay. I just want to let you know I love your content, man. Best voice work I've come across, and all the love for your fans is everything to me.
I agree.
Hell yeah, Harrison.
Yeah, you do really great voiceover work.
Don't listen to all them pricks who tell you to do a non-comment reading version.
Yeah, I don't. Sometimes I think about responding. I'm like, nah, I'm good.
Not worth it.
It's in my hair.
So, it doesn't surprise me. I want to talk about this too. So he knows the whole story because I mean, it shows that his dad was Sean Connery and he was raised like heavily Catholic. Right, so he knows this whole story about the Ark, but I love how he just like it makes absolute sense to me that he would just like, oh, I don't believe in God. Why would I believe in God? Because he hated his dad. His dad was kind of a dick to him. So I love this whole thing that he even sees that angels and like monsters and shit come out of it, and he's still, I don't believe in that hocus pocus bull. Like, I just love it how he's so like against. I guess he's so against it. I'm assuming again, if he's anything like me, it's because my dad forced it on me. So fuck this.
Yeah. Was raised Catholic and went to Catholic school from the age of 4 to 17.
Oh, fun times.
It'll cure you.
Yeah, that'll do it.
It's intense, to say the least.
I do like that, like, of a conversation between like Harrison Ford or Indy and his dad. Though, just like Junior, you saw ghosts come out of the Ark of the Covenant. You met a knight who'd been there for thousands of years just waiting, and then he turned to fucking dust. Like, do you honestly not believe? No, Dad, I ain't doing this anymore. I took the dog's name.
Technically, he did not see the ghosts coming out of the Ark of the Covenant.
Yeah, he closed his eyes, but so...
he has his eyes closed. But then all the Nazis went, so dude, come on.
Yeah, it's like the dude's head exploded. Like, you opened your eyes, presumably after all the noise stopped.
I mean, the fact that
bruh.
The fact he closed his eyes in the first place can't suggest he does believe something, doesn't he? Because he was like, this is going to be bad.
Yeah, he didn't want to take the chance, of course. So on some level, he has to have faith in the things that he's chasing after.
I would say, yeah, it's not about having, or what you have faith in. It's about having faith. Dial of Destiny. Oh God, I'm hopeful for that movie. I don't think it's going to be very good, but I hope it. Yeah. I really, really hope.
I guess I just want to see, is it going to be Crystal Skull bad? Like, that's to me going to be, the way to rate this, is because I know Crystal Skull is definitely not everybody's favorite. So, is it going to be worse, better, on par? I guess that's what I go for. So, fun fact: in this scene, there was supposed to be a scene where he's actually entertaining a lady friend, which is why he's putting on his robe when he greets.
Why he's wearing a smoking jacket?
Yeah.
Yeah, baby. I like that though. That would totally be again an Indiana Jones thing to do. It was like, but watch. It was like, we have to cut this out. Why? Because they're not going to like that it's a student.
Well,
watch it be the girl with the love you on her eyes.
I think that speaks to Harrison's point about they probably didn't want him to follow too closely to like the James Bond type thing, where he's constantly betting women.
I guess the Han Solo thing as well.
That too, yeah, I can see that.
Because this was after, I think this is 81, so this was after, this is after, what's it called, Empire, I think.
Yep, already after Empire.
So with that, I'm like, I mean, it seems to me that, they were trying to be like, all right, dude, we're trying to put you away from, even though in the next two movies, he absolutely went into that cliche of being like, and he even kind of did it in this one too, but less so.
Oh, Harrison in a suit.
So thinking about it, one thing I would like to point out is that, to be fair, Han Solo isn't that much of a woman. Well, we don't see it in the movies that he's that much of a womanizer. Like, he's all about Leia.
Right.
He doesn't really go after anybody else.
It's true. It's true.
Well, all right. So in the expanded no, I'm kidding. But in other books, apparently it goes into it more, and also in this new line of Marvel comics and story, it does go into some of it. And obviously there is Solo, which has Emilia Clarke in there. But yeah, I get what you're saying. A lot of his womanizing is kind of implied, not really based on anything.
Yeah, it's more like everyone knows he could, he just chooses not to.
Right. Well, he has Chewie, so.
Yeah, I imagine Chewie is a hard
Wookiee.
No judgment.
I think it's it's hard to bring women back with Chewie as your roommate.
True.
For God's sake, Chewie, you gotta stop doing this, man.
Third wheel.
Gotta stop getting your hair everywhere.
They take one step in the shower, they leave. Wookiee pubes everywhere.
Oh, this is a good scene. The drinking scene. I love this part.
I love her so much. I love Karen Allen. I love the character of Marion. And I love as much as I love Han Solo and Leia, I love Indy and Marion so much more.
So does that inform a bit of why you like Crystal Skull? Because that does rekindle their love or their their relationship.
That was actually the thing that I was the most excited for when that movie came out was, oh my God, I can't wait to see Karen Allen again because I love their chemistry so much more. Because with Han and Leia, it's more about the sexual tension and stuff. But with these two, there's a real, I'm not saying that there isn't love between Han and Leia, but there's a history here already. There's definitely love there. You know what I mean? So, and spoiler alert, if you haven't seen Crystal Skull, they finally get married at the end. So I really like how they wrapped all that up with them.
And then they tried to do the Shia LaBeouf puts the hat on, but it's like, nope, you ain't gonna be the new Indiana Jones. Nice try, Junior.
I don't think so. F off.
See, is it Dr. Mad Studio? What's up? He says, regardless what anyone thinks Dial of Destiny, I'm still going to see it with my dad, who's a lifelong fan of Indiana Jones. And that's cool. That is absolutely cool. Enjoy. I hope you enjoy. I truly, sincerely hope you enjoy because I'm going to go see it too, and I hope I enjoy it.
I'm going to see it too. I'm sorry. That's a movie that needs to be seen in the theater, so I'm going to watch it.
Facts. See, Tom Selleck was Lucas and Spielberg's first choice to play Indy. Correct. But CBS wouldn't let him do it because he was under contract for Magnum PI.
Correct.
Damn.
Yep.
That's interesting.
A Tom Selleck Indiana Jones.
I could see it. I would have been fine with that. But
you've had to keep the mustache.
Yeah, imagine that Indiana Jones with instead of 5 o'clock shadow, which again he has now again, just out of nowhere.
He's been traveling by map for a few days. So he's
I like where Harrison's head's at. Yes.
Good point.
But
doesn't have the chance to shave on the plane.
I think he probably would have kept the mustache because it's not like people didn't have mustaches in that day and age. So I would have been okay with it. Plus, Tom Selleck without the mustache.
The porn stash. The Tom Selleck
way hot with the stash.
I don't know. Tom Selleck would be an interesting choice. I don't. Maybe just because I've seen this movie so many times, I can't imagine another person being Indiana Jones.
Yeah, I agree. At this point, like, he is Indiana Jones. Harrison Ford was born to play this role, and you could tell he enjoys playing the role, which is what I love. I love when you can tell that an actor truly loves playing the character that they're playing.
Yeah, no, you can definitely tell that they like Harrison Ford. I love how this is the one character like he will always want to play. Like Han Solo, let's kill him off in the next movie. But this one, he's like, no, bring him back. Let's keep doing it until I'm dead. Let's keep doing it.
He's like, I don't do it. She's so much.
Closest Tom Selleck ever came to playing Indiana Jones was The High Road to China, released in 1983. Never saw it.
Yeah, I've never seen that.
Let's see, now I gotta Google this.
High Road to China.
She's so feisty. I love her.
There's not really anyone who's been able to do a kind of Indiana Jones like to the same level of success. I think after these movies, like Romancing the Stone, is that the one? Romancing the Stone didn't get there.
Yeah, like how do you do a better or another Indiana Jones? Like it's like trying to do another. Well, that's not true. I'm like they've been a lot of spy movies. I was gonna say James Bond, but like how do you do another like something like this again? It's like doing the Back to the Future. Like how do you do another one of those in a way that's like not just an absolute ripoff?
I mean, I guess the only thing that's similar, but is obviously not to the caliber of these movies at all, are probably the National Treasure movies, which I absolutely love. I love those movies.
It's Disney's version of Disney owns Indiana Jones now, but that was Disney's version of Indiana Jones.
Yeah, I'm not saying Nick Cage is better than Harrison Ford. That's utterly ridiculous. But those movies are entertaining. I do like the thought of going on an adventure and finding these, artifacts and things like that, even though I don't think they should be touched and moved, but it's...
At least he was stealing American artifacts.
Huh?
At least he was stealing American artifacts and not somebody else's.
True.
He kept it here.
And actually, I just realized I might be wrong.
Quality. It has that same adventurous quality. That's what I like about the National Treasure.
Okay.
Yeah.
And go ahead, Harrison.
Another movie that similar has the same sort of adventurous quality that I forgot about, The Mummy, actually. The Mummy gets really
yes. Okay. Another one about dudes who are like, you guys are doing such bad shit. Like, you're shooting off guns in this temple and, like, breaking all this shit. Like, he just smashes a door with a freaking sledgehammer. Like, bro. But, great movie. Great movie. If they ever made, like, an actual good sequel, not that, the China, the Tomb of the Dragon Emperor or whatever hell.
Yes.
If they ever made a better one, I would be all about Brendan Fraser Brendan coming back. I'd be all about it.
Oh yeah, I'd watch that. I'm a big Brendan Fraser fan. I love that dude.
Me too.
See, people forget sometimes Indiana Jones was inspired by all those old pulp films from the 30s and 40s.
I could totally imagine hearing these on an old time radio. Like this is totally of those serials. So yeah, for sure. Sure.
See, Raimi says Witness is my personal favorite Ford film. He really puts on a strong performance. My favorite has got to be either other than Star Wars or Indiana Jones, it's got to be either Air Force One or The Fugitive.
Yeah, I was saying The Fugitive is a really strong one.
I'm sorry, I'm going to sound like a real girl right now, but I love Working Girl with Melanie Griffith. That's actually a really good movie.
Mm-hmm. Of course.
No, fair enough.
I normally don't like Tom's, but that's a good one, actually.
See, Frank says, so you guys are watching the film off screen and just occasionally talk? No, yeah, we're watching it off screen because we can't show it on here. Otherwise, we're going to get a copyright claim, or we're going to get... It's happened before where our stream has actually been interrupted by YouTube until we take the thing down and stop showing it. So the Real Horror is not releasing... What the heck? I'm done with that. You're just trying to troll us. I'm done with this.
Guy creeps me out always.
Oh, this creepy German dude.
So creepy.
Yeah, like you feel like he's at like half-mast when he's like, I'm going to burn you. Like I feel like he's getting a kind of a stiffy from this, and it's kind of creepy.
No, he's like way too into the torture.
What is with Germans and torturing people, man? Sorry, Hans, if you're watching.
we know hashtag not all Hans.
Not all Germans.
There was a certain set of Germans at a certain time. We get it.
This movie's so good. There's so much action. Like it it's been already like nonstop. And how far into the movie are we?
Yeah, we're about half hour in. We're 31:20 at this point.
It's really great. It's really great.
But yeah, this is such a bad thing. Like as soon as this fire starts going, I'm like, fuck that, dude, get the hell out of there.
Oh, that alcohol, please.
Seriously, it's like you're sitting on a powder keg. Get the hell out.
Getting all the compliments today.
Yeah, people love that book. They really love that book, and I can understand why. It's a very good book.
They're loving your voiceover work, man.
Mad Studio says Working Girl is one of my dad's favorite films of the 80s.
So good. Your dad's awesome, man. That's a really good movie. He's so cute in it. Marion! I love her.
See, horrible bartender. What kind of bartender doesn't have a gun? She's sitting there, has to pick up one of their guns. I'm like, what kind of bartender doesn't have a shotgun behind the bar? Shame on you.
Middle of Nepal like that, I guess you think you would probably never need it, but I agree.
Until some creepy German shows up.
Bartenders outside of the States.
This dumbass. Oh, let me grab it.
I mean, I don't know, man. Indiana Jones made it seem like it was pretty easy to throw. He just threw a fucking revolver in his bag. Like it was just like going to the freaking store. Like, I don't know, maybe the 40s were a lot cooler about traveling with a gun in your bag.
I guess so.
Well, it was pre 9/11.
That's a good point. I wish we could live in like those. I always watch Kill Bill, and I'm like, dude, I wish I could get on a plane with a sword.
Every time I see that scene, I'm like, wow, she's just got the
packing a fucking katana on it.
This is my passenger. Sure, why not?
See, in the Tom Clancy, what Tom Clancy movies was he in?
Air Force One's a Tom Clancy movie, isn't it? And Patriot Games, or no, Reindeer Games.
No, Reindeer Games is an awful movie.
Oh, he was he was one of the Jack Ryans. Patriot Games. He was in Clear and Present Danger.
Yes.
Okay. Oh, so when he was Jack Ryan. Okay, I completely forgot about those. I always remember that there was the fucking crappy Ben Affleck one, Sum of All Fears.
Oh.
But is he Jack Ryan in that movie?
I believe so, yes. I believe those are all. And then there's Connery as well, who's in Hunt for Red October.
Yeah, wasn't Alec Baldwin Jack Ryan in that one?
Yeah. And then, yeah, exactly. Anyway, let's see.
Where are you guys
Hey,
at?
Hans, just your ears must have been burning. So, yeah, he says, hello. Hope everyone has having an awesome weekend. Indeed, we are. Sitting here watching some thrilling Indiana Jones and the Raiders of the Lost Ark. Oh, and here's Sala.
Yay!
Cairo, city of the living. I know that was not an Irish, or no, that was not an Egyptian.
Dude.
What was that? That was bad. See, I'm gonna leave that voice acting to Harrison. You do it, Harrison. You try.
Harrison's like, no.
Like, I'm not doing that. You
To
dug
be
your
fair,
own
I'm
grave.
quite impressed. I'm surprised they brought Salah back because he's back for Dying Destiny, isn't he?
Mm-hmm.
I believe so. And then, the other guy is, I think, dead. But yeah, they would have brought back Marcus if he wasn't.
Supposedly, Phoebe Waller-Bridge is Brody's daughter. That's what her character is. That's the rumor. I'm not sure if it's true or not. If it's been
okay.
It does say in the trailer that she's Indy's goddaughter. So I believe it. I would absolutely believe that she's the daughter of Brody. Let's see here.
Salah is definitely back.
See, apart from what was said during Star Wars Celebration, I haven't seen much indie stuff anywhere. Yeah, they're keeping it really close to the chest. I feel like they're trying not to give too much away because there might be like some kind of weird, like I've heard like Hans has given us some leaks that he's heard from other people. I guess they showed it at a French film festival.
Oh, the Cannes.
Cannes Film Festival. So there was some leaks from like scoopers. But I don't know. I feel like some of it might be false. Some of it might be like misinterpreted. And other people might be trying to fuck with you and lie to you. You know what I mean? So I just want to wait till to see it.
Honestly, I don't even know why they showed this at the Cannes Film Festival. Like Cannes Film Festival to me is very like hoity-toity, stick up your ass kind of film festival. The more pretentious stuff. So I don't know why Dial of Destiny would be. Oh boy, here comes the rain. Holy shit!
I can hear it. Yeah, I can hear it through your phone.
You good?
It shook the window. The car alarm.
Oy.
I saw a few years ago. I saw that movie Crawl. Have you seen Crawl, Chanty?
No, which one's that?
Crawl is like the Floridian horror movie, I think.
Oh,
it's like,
really?
Yeah, it's about like there's a big hurricane, people are evacuating, some girl can't get hold of her dad. She goes and finds him. He's stuck in the crawl space underneath the house. It's flooding, and there are gators in there. And that's the movie. It's get away from the gators. It's amazing.
As someone who was born and raised in South Florida, there is no way that anyone has a crawl space under their house because it's a peninsula and has a very porous ground, which is why there are no such thing as basements in Florida. So already, I'm going to call bullshit on that. But
all right.
I will watch.
It's also possible I've used the wrong word, but yeah, there's some gap between the house and the floor.
Yeah, I want to watch that.
See,
it's a great movie.
The reviews I've seen are not great, but we will see. I agree. We have to just see. And as for that movie, I have to check out what was it called again, Harrison?
Crawl.
Okay.
I'm gonna look. Real good.
See, Raimi says
John Davis is a brilliant actor.
Yeah, Crawl. Let's see.
Yeah, it's got that guy. He played the sniper in Saving Private Ryan.
Okay, all right.
He's like the dad in it. It's real cool.
What's his name? Barry Pepper.
Yeah, okay. Barry Pepper. Yeah.
All right, I will look that up.
Yeah, I'll check it out. Let's see here. Here's a brilliant actor. See, Dr. Matt Studio says, I admit I wish I could go to the UK premiere for Dial of Destiny on Monday, but London is too far from my neck of the woods, and traveling anywhere these days is not cheap. Agreed. Sucks. But yeah, like I'm excited. Next weekend, next Friday, after I get off of work, I'm definitely gonna go. I'm just gonna I'm gonna go home, throw my shit down, and go hit the theater. Like right after.
That's weird. I'm literally gonna be in London on Monday.
Oh, you should go.
Or not. Actually, no, not this coming Monday. Sorry, no, Monday after next. Getting confused with my dates. My apologies.
Well, you should go watch some Indiana Jones, Harrison.
I'm off to go be the most goth man that I can be. It's gonna be great.
I'm gonna keep my mind open, and at the end of the day, at least what's gonna bring me a lot of joy is hearing John Williams' score.
Like as we are.
Yeah, that'll be pretty
good. So I don't know.
Speaking of John Williams score, again, I love this music. How like
the music, wonderful.
Like what we're hearing right now, and also this, like the entire chase scene. How like he throws her on the cart runs away. Like they hide her in like was it they? Yeah, in the hay, and then they also like later on she hides in like a stall, and it turns out to be a truck. Or I think it was Marcus who actually does that later on. But either way, point is that the chase scenes in this are really fun.
Oh, Marcus, he's such a twit. I love him though.
Let's see.
I'm glad I came home for this because this is a nice way to spend a stormy Saturday.
Boom! That freaking monkey, man. I like the monkey, but you know what? Fuck that little bastard. He ends up giving her away here in a second.
And yet somehow I still feel bad when he gets poisoned.
Screw that monkey.
I know.
He's like, I'm glad I ate a poison date.
You know what?
It deserved it.
Stitches, man.
Oh, there you go, Harrison. Zebulon says that he saw Crawl and it was a fun movie.
Yeah.
High praise. So I'm gonna definitely check that out.
Yeah, it's sort of gator jaws.
Okay.
Yeah, there you. I will hate the movie and I will try my best not to hate it. Well, we look forward to your stunning review when we might end up reviewing it later on. I don't know. We're gonna do what's it called next week? Secret Invasion. That one.
Oh yeah, we got Secret Invasion coming out.
And I forgot that even came out.
Yeah, I completely missed it on the Wednesday. I'm like, oh shit, and then it took me a couple of days to actually watch it. It's not bad.
Know Tina, right? You know my friend Tina that she's usually.
Oh yeah.
She watched it. She said she enjoyed it. She thought it was, interesting and a lot of espionage to it, like the Secret Invasion stuff. So she liked it.
I'll have to bring her on then and see what and talk to her about it.
Must have Tina on. She's the best. She's so crazy and I love her.
We completely breezed over the best moment of the movie then.
We just skipped over the part where the guy's like,
no, that's great. I love that.
But yeah, no, awesome part in the movie. We did already talk about it, but still, yeah, that's the that is by far the greatest part of the, or maybe this, how he's just like not being a total dickhead to all these like nice people who are just walking with their laundry.
I do love that, like, they carry her away and her thing is, I'm an American. I'm like, yeah, that's an American abroad.
Yep.
Yeah, that's how that goes. Or well, Marcus is British, technically. Yeah, so him sitting there, it's like, excuse me, does anyone here speak English? No, madam, I don't drink the water. Fish make love in it.
Marcus
like,
already knows all these languages and blah blah blah, and you'll never find him. He's gone. Excuse me, do you speak English?
That was a wonderful part of the movie.
I love that scene so much.
Let's see, High Road to China was a great movie according to Raimi, but it got buried with a lot of all the awesome movies in 1983. I saw it in a theater. Yeah, dude, 83 had Return of the Jedi. You can't compete with that. I'm sorry.
Oh my god. Okay, I'll be right back. My mother is texting me incessantly because of about the stupid fucking weather.
No worries. Dr. Matt Studio says, I've been to one of the filming locations for Dial of Destiny, that being the North Yorkshire Moors Railway. Harrison Ford himself was spotted in Grosmont. That was about 2 years ago.
Oh, nice. I am in the East Riding of Yorkshire at the moment.
Wow. I don't know. I know where neither of those places is, so
it's a big place. I'm not very close to the North Yorkshire Moors.
Yeah, I have no idea where any.
Did I go?
Where did you go?
There I am. I'm here. All right. Belloc.
It's not bad. Translates to total soulless cash grab. That is bullshit. That is bullshit, sir. Now you're starting to sound like Joker voice, and that is a bad thing. Nobody wants to sound like that.
I mean, like, I'm kind of with people on a little bit of like, I don't quite get why they're doing another Indiana Jones movie. I wasn't asking for one, but maybe it'll be good. You know, like you gotta have some faith in some of these people. Yes, after Crystal Skull, it's hard to, for me. At least.
I think also maybe sometimes we are starting to take these things a little too seriously these days, and I think we have forgotten to be completely just entertained and have our brains shut off. So if you're going into Dial of Destiny expecting some sort of Oscar-worthy performance, if you're into the awards and all that or something, like, you're not gonna get that from this. This is a popcorn summer flick. Like, relax. Just watch it and make your,
Yeah. Like,
give exact words. There's too much shitting all over it before the movies even come out.
Exactly. I'm like, usually the punishment comes after the crime. So let's wait for the movie to actually suck before we just, write our reviews about how bad it was.
And I'm sad to say, yes, I do look at Rotten Tomatoes. I don't take the scores seriously, but I also feel like I came from the days where I actually used to wait for the newspaper to come on Fridays, because the living section would have, the movie reviews, but they literally did not hit until Friday when the movies would actually premiere. How is it that Indiana Jones is not coming out until the end of this month, and there was already a Rotten Tomatoes rating last month because it was featured at Cannes? You're already influencing the audience. Can you let them watch first, then come out with your rating? I don't want to know what you think beforehand.
Yeah, agreed. I'm like, let me watch it. Like, we can review. Like, it's the same thing. It's like kind of like a spoiler reviews. Like, let at least give people time to watch it before you shit all over. Or even if you didn't like it, I'm like, give other people time to come to that.
And that's probably why movie theaters are not surviving and they're having a hard time, because you're giving us your ratings 2 weeks before the movies even premiered. Can you at least wait until Friday or Saturday, the day after the movies come out? Because
how am I supposed to get more views that way? Nah.
That's the other problem. No, it's true, but social media has also had a really bad hand in that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's rough. And how oh dude, I love this part where he's totally ready. He thinks Marion just died in a car crash. He's totally ready to murder this dude.
I don't blame him.
And then all the kids come up and save his ass from like totally getting wrecked.
Dr. Jones.
I dropped. I couldn't think what to say. I was trying to say something like, "Oh, there was no time," or we were rushed through it, and I went, "Oh, it was all like no time for love, Dr. Jones," like at work. And the problem there was just no response at all. And I was like, if they didn't get what I was going with, I just look insane.
I'm definitely not hyped for Dial of Destiny to comment on the last comment you just put up there.
Yeah.
I'm not hyped for it, but I
Cool.
am going to watch it because I want to just see how it all gets wrapped up.
Yeah, I want it to be good. I really want it to be good, so I'm going to give it a chance.
But I think by people tempering their expectations, and that's the other problem. Like, I think sometimes we let our expectations, like, they're so high sometimes, and I think that's why we get disappointed. I think you really need to just go in there with zero expectations and see what happens.
Mm-hmm. Agreed. That's the best way to do it. Although that sometimes that backfires on you. I did that last night with War of the Beasts or Rise of the Beasts, the Transformers movie, and it was really bad.
Yeah, I keep hearing it's not good.
It's not great. The ending is the worst part I think about it. I'll leave it to you. Anyone who still wants to watch it, I won't spoil it here, but it was bad. See. Oh, Dr. Mansur says you got to dash and have my tea. Cheerio. Go enjoy your tea time.
Your dad's awesome.
See, Silverwolf says he has hype for it. I actually like number 4. Seems to me people just don't like sequels that come along almost a decade after its initial release.
That's the other problem too, because the expectations I think are going to be that much higher because there's been such a long gap. But I'm with him. I'm sorry. I like 4. I don't have a problem with it. It's not perfect, but
I'm sorry to derail the conversation. You know, I just noticed. So this is the part where the monkey dies from the poison date. Yeah. You know who the one who poisoned the dates? The guy who owns the fucking monkey. It's the dude with the eye patch who owns the damn monkey. He killed his own freaking monkey.
No, our informant.
Like, you jerk. Oh man. See, yeah, and so we got Kelly in here saying, yes, Chanty, it's exactly why Cocaine Bear was so damn good. I actually didn't see Cocaine Bear.
Went into Cocaine Bear, like, you know what? I'm just gonna enjoy this. It's probably gonna be stupid. Not expecting anything. I thought it was hilarious. My parents just watched it recently on Peacock, and they loved it. They're like, "This was so stupid. It was funny."
Yes, Tony. I like Tony says, "Newspaper. You don't look like you're 100." Ooh, shots fired.
I mean, it's true. I mean, I can't even remember the last time a newspaper has come to the house.
See, Raimi says, me and my family went to see all the indies in the theaters. My dad, see, I'm sure I went to go see indie in the theaters when no, actually, that's not true because I wasn't born yet. I was in '94. So yeah, I'm sure I went to go see like something in the theaters with my family, but yeah, no, I don't have that. Instead, my family had like a stolen copy from Blockbuster. Like, I don't know how we had it, but we just had a fucking copy in the box and everything, so we would watch it like every other week. My dad would just put it on because he loved that movie. So yeah, like
I definitely was not. I mean, I was born in '86, so I definitely was not around for these movies.
You might have seen something like that in theaters, but you just don't remember.
Crystal Skull is the only Indiana Jones movie.
I was gonna say, did they never re-release these for like? I guess that didn't become a thing until like now.
Yeah,
like re-releasing it 20 years later or whatever.
Like if Crusade comes out, for a re-release in the theater, I will definitely be able to watch that.
God, I'm spoiled by today's like standards because every other day I see like whenever I see the movies, I see like the 30th anniversary of this movie. Come watch it, like Fathom event. I'm like, damn, dude, like. Was that not a thing back in the day? I guess not.
It really wasn't.
Well, like, way back in the day, before we had like 1,800 movies being released every week, you used to be able to just like movie theaters would just have old movies on like a Sunday or something because there was nothing else to put on, so you could go and do that. And then we've gone through this thing of now it's only ever seen new ones, but now no one's going to theaters. So like, okay, what if we put on an old movie that you actually like? And now people will turn up.
Mm-hmm. I told you, my auditorium for Raiders 2-3 weeks ago was packed. You would have thought that this was a newly released movie. It was really awesome to see that many people came out for a movie that released in '81.
Hell yeah. Eat it, James Cameron.
I'd love to do it. There are so many classic movies I'd like to cross off my list, and it'd be easier if they were re-released. Like, they did it in... they did like the 40th anniversary... I lost you both. What happened?
No, I'm sorry. I was looking out the window.
Here.
And didn't want to be.
I took my camera off for a second.
Oh, groovy. Sorry. It was the 40th anniversary of
Jedi?
No, Godfather. Godfather Part 1. Better go see that in this. Never seen it. It'd always been on my list. Like, I need to go watch the Godfather movies. I was like, what a better way to watch it than in theaters.
I agree. I agree.
See, Rosie says, listening to the Home Depot boss battle theme while enjoying the stream. So blessed to be here. Well, thank you, Rosie. And welcome to the stream. Oh, this is one of the cool parts of the movie. I love this. Where he puts this. Like, this doesn't make any sense at all to me. Like, why would you make the map like this little like model room that you could just like? It doesn't make any sense, but it's like the coolest, like most again like adventure theme. Like, I love it. This feels like something you'd see in like almost like a D&D campaign.
Oh, yeah.
My with this is they're not obviously being very discreet. Like Belloc's team is literally right there, even when they start digging where they know the Ark absolutely is. Like, dude, you're not really like
hiding it at all.
Hiding, and like, it was only a matter of time before Belloc was gonna find you.
Like, there's a reason that Belloc keeps on fucking like outwitting him and keeps on winning. It's because like he doesn't even try to be like subtle.
No, at all.
Americans, what are you gonna do?
I hate to say it, but Mayim Bialik's character in Big Bang Theory is absolutely correct. Indy really doesn't play much of a role in this movie. Like, Belloc probably would have eventually have found the Ark, opened it up, and killed himself along with everybody else.
Yeah, if Indiana Jones does nothing, then the movie ends the exact same way.
I didn't think of that. That's true.
And they break it down, and I'm like, no, you ruined it.
Oh, dude, I love it. I actually, you know, what's funny is a few like last week I was watching because of your.
Right now, I see it.
It's actually kind of funny because of your guys' Big Bang Theory episode. I started watching a bunch of episodes or a bunch of clips of the girls like arguing about like Thor's hammer or like having or like comic book arguments, and I'm just like that was one of them. Or that was the thing is that they just started like arguing about whether or not they could lift Thor's hammer. I'm just like I loved it so much. So that being in there too. Indiana Jones doesn't do a whole lot. Like that was great. That is like peak. TV, like to me.
I'm sorry. I know some nerds find that show offensive. They think it's too heightened. And I'm like, I'm sorry, but I have met plenty of nerds that are exactly how these guys are on the show. So
yeah, I know.
Offense, because that's how you are. I'm sorry.
The people who complain about that show saying it streamlined nerds, I'm like, you know what? My arm is not long enough for the jerk off motion I want to make.
I'm sorry. Dungeons and Dragons on a live stream last night and was literally almost in tears over a character that died because I'm taking it so seriously. Yeah, they're a pretty good representation of what nerds are. I'm sorry. We're passionate people about this stuff.
Oh, here's a cool one. Hans says, which actor would you cast to play Indiana Jones in a remake or reboot?
Yeah,
well, first of all, wouldn't do it. Yeah, I'm with you, Chanty. I wouldn't do it. But if I absolutely had to, this is going to be a controversial statement. No. If we're gonna make the movie with or without you, you have to cast the new Indiana Jones. Or if you don't do it, we will. If I had to do it, gun to my head, I'm like, maybe the guy from Solo. Oh, dude, I ruined it for shot. I just need to.
Who has got that like I think Raimi has said if they did it, they need a actor with a boatload of charisma and machismo. I'm trying to think who's got that sort of mix of like smoldering kind of hot guy, but a bit understated.
Ryan Gosling. They put him in Blade Runner.
I think he's too pretty.
I don't know. Ryan Gosling could maybe do it, but I also see what you mean. He's a bit pretty. He's a bit. I don't know. He's really good in Driver, though. Driver makes me think he could probably do that.
No.
Also, what are you talking about? He's too pretty. You're gonna go see Barbie this weekend. What are you talking about, you crazy lady?
Perfect for him. He's playing Ken. That's perfect for him. Talking about being pretty.
Oh my god! I'm just like, all right. You know what? You've been talking a good chunk of this podcast. You've been talking about how pretty Harrison Ford is in his various states of dress.
Harrison Ford is not pretty. Harrison Ford is fucking gorgeous and extremely
semantics.
Could you do Oscar Isaac?
Oh, Oscar. Maybe I could see him as being like I could definitely see like after Moon Knight, I could definitely see him being like an Indiana Jones type.
I'm down.
You know.
Let's see, Blade Runner is directed by the same man who did the new Dune film. Oh wow, I didn't know that. I completely. Huh.
I haven't been impressed with him since his days on Parks and Rec, but I think
Pratt.
I think Chris Pratt could possibly do a good job, but I'm sorry, I don't want anybody else playing this character, whether male or female, because I know people got a problem with the gender swap.
Oh, let's make the new. See, that would be a weird one. If you tried to do like a girl Indiana Jones, I'm like that. You'd have to do some weird magic nonsense to like explain that.
It doesn't matter whether it's a female or male. I honestly would rather you just never make another Indiana Jones movie after this one if it can't be Harrison Ford. Like, I'm sorry, like that's Indiana Jones. It's it. It's over. People just have such a problem with just letting go. Like,
yeah, it's hard. It's because we all want Indiana Jones to continue, but there's a lot of like pressure on a person for as far as like recasting.
Yeah, and I just
actor who I think could play almost any role. Idris Elba.
Ooh, I'd be okay with that.
Yeah, right?
Idris Elba, Indiana Jones.
Yeah, like I'd watch that.
I'd be okay with that. He's hot too.
See, it's okay if you're just down for it. If you're just down for him. You know. But yeah, no. Is Dune releasing on Max? I think Dune already was on Max for a minute. I don't know if it is anymore.
But that was very good. I saw that in IMAX.
Remaking Indy would be like remaking Star Wars. Don't do it.
I really don't. I'm sorry.
You know what I'd be down for? An Indiana Jones animated series.
Okay, I'd be cool.
Something like that, because then you can get a voice actor who sounds enough like Harrison Ford, and then do some like stuff like that, or you can get to a young Indiana Jones kind of like thing.
And I've been having this discussion recently that I still feel like after all these decades that we've had animation around, and it's obviously been proven that animation is capable of telling a good story. It doesn't have to just be for children. For some reason, I still feel like there isn't this level of respect for it. And I think you can do a really, really good job with animation. And I think the new Spider-Man movie has definitely proven that. I mean, it's getting great
it has.
Across the board. I don't think people should, turn their nose at it.
Yeah,
It's so obvious. They're all digging here in the middle of the night.
There's fires on that little hill.
Like,
that would spook me. Like, honestly, if I started like digging and then out of nowhere it starts getting all like thundery.
That should be your omen right there. Don't mess with this thing.
See, Raimi, movies just don't have the same soul anymore. Maybe it's because they're not on film anymore.
I don't
know. I don't know if media had, or the medium, like doing digital versus filming it on, because I liked The Hateful Eight, but it wasn't good just because it was on 44 millimeter. You know what I mean?
He said about the magic of actual film like that. It definitely has a different feel to it. I don't know. I just think everything's become such a CGI fest that CGI was invented to make things a little bit more realistic, and now we've gone so overboard with it that we've gone back to things looking too fake. And I keep saying CGI, and women will understand this reference, CGI is like makeup. And for women, makeup should always be to enhance your features, not to fucking cake it on and look like a clown. And that is what CGI has become. They have been caking on CGI so much that it looks ridiculous. That's why I'm looking forward to Oppenheimer. Because Christopher Nolan is using practical effects. He's using a model to recreate the atomic bomb.
So I was going to say, I heard that he's using practical effects for the atomic explosion. I'm like, how are you going to do that?
Well, that's why Tim Burton hasn't been doing well either. He's been using so much CGI in his recent movies and stuff. Looks terrible.
Yeah, like all of his the Alice in Wonderland movies looked dreadful. I mean, I've kind of fallen out of love with Tim Burton in general. Me
too. Beetlejuice was amazing because, and I think that still kind of holds up. Yes, it's a little cheesy, but the practical effects are just so much better.
And so This one, I mean, this one it doesn't really so much do a whole lot with practical effects, but it's still really good. And it's light on the CGI. I'm glad. I'm gonna say that I'm not gonna ask because I already know the answer. I'm gonna say I'm glad that they never tried to come out with like a re-released version. You know, the way that they did with Star Wars with like updated stuff. I'm glad they never tried to do that with these movies and be like, all right, let's update the angels, coming out of the Ark. Let's update that scene.
I'm sorry, I have a real problem with George Lucas having done that because it takes me out of the movie when I see these CGI things added to a movie from 1977. Represent the time. I find it to be more of an achievement to see what you created in 77 than you going back and messing with it. To me, it's more impressive. Like, man, I can't believe he made something like this in 1977. Like, this is incredible.
Agreed. Yeah, and to see what you could have done like back in the day when you only had cameras and you didn't have all these fancy crazy stuff. The stuff you had to like back when you had to paint onto the film negative if you wanted it to have that crazy stuff on it. Like that, it was impressive. And seeing that, like it's a testament to what filmmakers used to be able to do. Now that's just like, all right, put it on a computer. We'll fix it in post. See, Cavill has a mustache. We'll just CGI it out.
Marion's getting naked.
Yeah, she is. And also, dude.
Yeah, baby.
Like, we all get to watch it and yippee for us, but I'm like, bro, you're being creepy. Creepy Frenchman. And he's going to try to get her drunk. He's going to try to bang her. And
oh, please. He doesn't even know who he's dealing with. Look at all the shots that she took at the beginning of the movie. He doesn't even know.
Yeah, no, that is pretty good. I do like how they established that as well, that she knows how to hold her liquor.
Hell yeah.
Kick his ass. See, yeah, no, dude. She's cool. She's definitely smart.
I love her because she's cute, she's spunky, she's badass. Like I still wouldn't mess with her.
See, Raimi says I want Idris Elba to be the new Doctor Who. Hell yes.
Oh, interesting.
I'd watch the crap out of that. But it's gonna be David Tennant because Disney or something. I don't know. It's gonna be on Disney Plus.
Another one.
I feel like if Idris Elba was Doctor Who, a lot more Daleks would get punched.
He'd be a much more angrier, fighting Doctor Who. Do away with the sonic screwdriver. Like, no more of that bullshit.
Look at all these snakes. That one.
Fuck that. If that's a real snake, fuck all of that. I wouldn't want to deal with actual cobras or actual like some of those snakes are they're not poisonous, but a cobra,
Take a good look. Some of these are snakes, and some of these are literally garden hoses.
Yeah, okay, I can definitely see some of them being garden hoses, but the ones that are moving, I'm like, bro.
They don't
deal with snakes.
I don't know. They don't bother me. It's so funny. Now, Josh could not handle this right now. He'd be dying.
See, it's not even that I'm afraid of snakes. It's that I'm afraid of being bitten. But I've seen what snake venom does to the human blood. I'm like, I don't want to deal with none of that.
Obviously, you got to respect nature. I'm not going to sit here and go toe to toe with something that I know might and poison me.
Love this. Yeah, he just covers him in gasoline.
He's like, I'm going to set these things on fire.
I'm just like, damn, dude.
Really that's kind of how I would deal with that situation. I think I should just burn him. No, I'm not dealing with this.
Torch him.
See, Raimi was born in 1976. When we went to the movies, it was like going to a whole new world. It was magical.
Sure, that's the word. It was definitely magical, and I do feel like that it has. I mean, I wish Josh were here because Josh, having worked for the movie theaters for 20 plus years, it's definitely something that he would agree with, which he does feel like the magic is kind of gone.
Now it's just a business. When there's robots that serve me fucking meals at Flick's Brew House, yeah, which awesome restaurants. It's a bar / movie theater. But yeah, when there's robots that are serving you there, it's like, dude, yeah, no, the movie theater has lost its charm.
No robots. I am not ready for that. I hope I'm dead before that happens.
Oh yeah, no, it's basically just a serving tray on wheels, but it's kind of like R2D2, but it's not. But it's only a matter of time.
That is the beginning of the end.
Let's see. Raimi, I was raised in a small town. Our movie theater had one screen, and the walls were covered in burgundy velvet. It was beautiful. See, you know what I miss, and I was kind of on the ass end of it because I was born in the '90s. But we still had a few in Colorado when we go visit my family. There was drive-ins. I miss drive-in movies. Like, those were the best.
We do have a place here but it's at a swap shop, like a flea market, and it's one of the only places that I know down here in South Florida that is that has the drive-in. And I've actually never, and I would like to do that actually. It's a good place.
I miss doing that. I'm sorry, I miss doing that. Like going to the drive-ins, like those are the best.
Making out.
Well, I mean, I was a small child. For me, making out was at the normal movie theater because when I was a teen. There were no more drive-ins left in New Mexico when I got to the 16-year-old age.
Yeah, I don't think we ever had like drive-ins, like a standard drive-in, like anywhere that I live. Like I don't know if it's really a thing in the UK. They started doing it a while back. They started doing where they'll just set them up in fields. They'll rent a field out and they'll just set up. They're pretty cool. Went to go see Rocky Horror Picture Show at a drive-in and The Lion King one time and The Goonies. That was a good one.
Nice. I love Rocky Horror.
It was Halloween.
Spider-Man.
Halloween night, and it was in the yard of some like industrial estate, and it was real weird because we were like driving through and there's just one guy in a high-vis vest going over there, and we're like, this is it. This is where we end up in a Saw movie. Like this is how it happens.
Oh, here we are. She gets pulled on the knife on him. I like how he's just like this whole like scene was weird to me as a child because I'm like I don't get what I did. Obviously, I didn't understand what he was trying to do when she pulls up the knife, I'm like, okay, that's weird. Just the entirety of this was like lost on me as a child, but like now it's just like I don't know. This is a really awkward, like strange scene for a minute there. Maybe that's just me.
I love the subtle humor.
Oh. Also, I love this part. Again, lost on me as a child. I'm like, I didn't understand any of this.
Oh, this guy. Oh, nothing.
Weirdo. It's just a hanger.
It's a coat hanger. Oh, right. No, I will not allow my coat to touch the floor.
He's the kind of guy who gets who's like, remember Lyle from George of the Jungle? He's the guy with the fucking cigarette lighter. With the gun lighter and like tries to scare you with it, but then just pop. Some lights a cigarette. I'm like, you asshole.
I rewatched that not too long ago because I hadn't seen George of the Jungle probably since I saw it in the theater as a kid, and I gotta tell you, it cracked me up. It's still funny.
I used to rent that movie all the time as a kid. I love George of the Jungle.
Oh my god. Oh my god. And again, Brendan Fraser, absolutely hysterical.
Great actor.
He is. I love him.
All right, I want to formally change my answer. If we're going to recast, if we're going to make another universe where Harrison Ford was not Indiana Jones, Brendan Fraser would be a good Indiana Jones.
In his heyday, he would have been a good pick.
I mean, yeah. Like I can't remember the character's name, but his character in Mummy is kind of an Indiana Jones, like same sort of thing. Like he's almost a kind of every guy. Like he is like a good action hero, but he still gets scared and has these minutes where he's like, I don't know what I'm doing here.
Like, 100%.
Ooh, angry. All right, so Silver Wolf says the only reason that George Lucas re-released his movies, because apparently these aren't just. I understand that these are also Steven Spielberg's, but again, was to give an artistic touch-up. Mind you, George has money and power in Hollywood of the day to do something that they're that crazy.
No, and I understand right to do what he did. I'm not disputing that. I just, as the viewer who grew up with the untouched versions, it just was kind of strange to see it with all the CGI stuff added in afterwards.
And I have to give credit to George Lucas that he did that without it's not like someone else had done that before. And you could go, oh no, don't do that. It never works. It never looks right. He tried something out to go like, let's see what happens if I can go and change it to be more like what my vision is. Unfortunately, I don't think it works, but he tried, and thanks George for doing it for us, so the rest of us don't have to.
Kurt Russell.
I like Kurt Russell, so I'm okay with that.
Kurt Russell would be good, actually.
I'm okay with that too, because he's again likable, has the manly charm, but at the same time, I would totally believe that he's scared of snakes and stuff like that. Yeah, Kurt Russell would have been a good one.
I would love to see a version of Indiana Jones where it's not Indiana Jones, it's Kurt Russell's character from Big Trouble in Little China.
Yes, I was just about to say.
Oh my god.
The thing you don't understand about.
I went to the movie. I went to the same movie 5 times in the drive, and I still don't remember what it was about. Yeah, you don't.
Yeah.
And with the same person with you every 5 times you went, or were you on a rotation that night?
Nah, dog. He was he was getting around.
The true dogger right there.
You heard that Beach Boy, or yeah, I think it's Beach Boy. You've heard that Beach Boys song, right? Round, round, get around. That song's about him.
Snakes.
Oh, dude, what a dick! It's like, like she, and the way she hit that statue, guarantee. Fucking hate with the yeah, but the way she hit that statue, I guarantee she broke something.
And then an upskirt shot.
Well, it was the 80s, you know. I mean, George Lucas liked to have his females, you know. Leia wasn't wearing underwear in her movie.
Yeah, I don't give a crap. That stuff does not bother me.
It's like, you know, what's wrong with seeing a panty shot now and then?
Oh, crap.
Have you got to the plane fight yet? No, we're not there yet. We're at the part where Bellic is locking them in the tomb for like a minute. They just got the Ark, and now the Nazis are going to go going off with it. I forget. There's a part where they're on a boat near the end.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, it's near the end of the movie, and I'm like, I completely forget what the context for that is, but
aren't they transporting the Ark? What did he say?
Brilliant Chanty, my hat's off to you. I'm not sure what for.
I don't know either, but thank you.
And Zebulon says we did everything but watch the. No, we're watching the movie. At least I am. She just.
I think Zebulon is talking about when he was at the drive-in.
Oh,
There's something about
like,
it's both private and public at the same time, so I'm all for it.
Voyeurism.
I want one so badly. That sounds wrong. Man, I used to beg my parents for a pet snake.
I had a pet snake. It was a little garter snake, and that was it was cool, but I'm like, it's overrated. It's cool to see them eat a mouse for the first time.
Yeah, it is. I saw that once, and it made me feel bad because I was like, man, I like mice too, and
like that poor baby mouse.
I was like, damn it.
But at the same time, it's cool to see that snake just go and like open its freaking jaw. And, like it's kind of cool to watch.
It is. No, it is. God, nature is amazing.
Until you're the mouse.
I had a buddy in high school who had snakes. He had like a milk snake in a. I can't remember which one it is. There's a coral snake or a king snake, and one of them's fine and one of them isn't. Yeah, he had the one that's not deadly. But he had a couple of snakes. But he did tell me about how once there was a snake he had before, because his family had been keeping snakes for a while, and it got out. Like, it got out, and it just, like, they never found it. Until 2 years later, they found it, like, on the stairs, and it's been living in and around his house.
Oh, my God.
Nope. Nobody knows. Like, see, I'm not. Again, I don't have a rational fear of snakes, but I know that if you're not careful, a big enough snake can eat you. I'm like, nope.
Oh yeah, no, I mean,
I don't want to deal with an anaconda, a boa constrictor, a python, none of that shit.
I don't think it was. Yeah, it definitely wasn't big enough to do something like that.
Yeah, I respect them. I know what they're capable of. More skeletons.
That's my thing with I'm like that with reptiles in general. I think they're chill until they're not chill. And I'm like, I'm down with this until you move fast, and I'm like, nah, I'm good.
I don't.
Sometimes these skeletons remind me of the Goonies.
Yes, I'm telling you.
This is very Goonies.
Thing with skeletons.
And like the fact that they seem to be almost like alive and like freaking out, like what the actual shit, man?
Creepy.
And Short Round is in the Goonies.
Hey, it's right. He is, isn't he? He's the little it's like he's the little Asian kid with all the gadgets. Again, a racist one, but it's like it's okay.
You got it. It's fine.
We've been through this. It's the times.
I was so happy when he won the Oscar, though, for Anything Everywhere All at Once or whatever.
I still have yet to watch that. I've heard it's so good.
Oh,
yeah, I need to check it out.
I loved that movie. It was very out there, but you got to keep an open mind. I thought it was very good.
Have you heard his story as well? That it was the Oscars or some award ceremony, and he had like a dressing room next to like Harrison Ford's, and he was worried that Harrison Ford wouldn't recognize him.
Really?
And he didn't know where to go to him, and Harrison Ford literally went, "Are you short round?"
Oh.
And he was like, "It's me, Indy." It was real cute.
I love seeing all their interactions lately on the red carpet and stuff. It's
yeah. I saw a video of the two of them. So he walks up to it like during like it's like Harrison Ford's doing an interview, and he walks up to him and like does this thing. Harrison Ford kind of like looks pissed off and like turns around, and then he instantly just lights up. He's like, and he hugs the guy. And I'm like, dude, that's great. That's how you know those guys are awesome.
I love it.
Speaking of awesome, this
plane.
scene.
Yeah.
The plane says. All right. So yeah, he says here. Actually, Tony says, I was amazed that when the propeller of the plane shoot up the pipe wrench. I didn't know they do that. They don't. In real life, that would have torn up all that and probably killed a bunch of them.
Probably, yeah.
But, we wouldn't have had this awesome scene where big, scary, like, I don't know. I don't know if anyone watches Full Metal Alchemist. So, like, the Alex Louis Armstrong dude over here.
Oh my God.
Up. Yeah, no, don't do that with a propeller. It's not going to end well.
Now, so who was it who was talking about the plane? Somebody in the comments was talking. Tony, was it you talking about the plane fight?
Yeah, a little while ago.
It looks really futuristic, but apparently it's like historically accurate.
Yeah, so the flying wing, the German built flying wing aircraft is part of the Nazi. So this is from like the Indiana Jones like wiki. So I'm trying to find out what the actual thing was based on. Let's see. Wing. Nazi flying wing bomber. Okay, that is. Let me see. No. I will try to find it because nearest thing I can find to that was a Horton Ho 229, which apparently was a German-built prototype fighter bomber back in 1944. So yeah, I think it might be based on a real plane, but I don't think it was ever actually used in real life. This thing.
I like that Marion's always knocking people out with inanimate objects. It's great.
Yeah, and that causes the plane to start moving.
Oh, you removed the blocks.
Yeah, oh, dude. And this is so cartoony. Like she gets locked in the damn cockpit of the plane.
Oh.
Yeah, very episode 1.
Very episode 1. Oh yeah, that's true because Anakin does the same thing.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like, oh, what? Now I'm flying a fighter. Oh, what? How did this happen? Crazy.
Although that is cool though, being able to.
That is cool.
Oh, here it comes! Oh no!
Oh, this reminds me man. If you've ever been to Disney World and you've been to MGM Studios, which is now Hollywood Studios, you got to check out the Indiana Jones show that they do there. It's so awesome because it's based off of Raiders. And it's so much fun.
So is it like a ride or is it just like you hang out in a theater or what?
Show, and they have an actor who's dressed up like Indiana Jones. They literally like redo the whole boulder scene and the spikes coming up, and they used to do a backlot thing too where they would recreate like this scene here. It was really awesome. I don't know what it's like now, but it is still there. I'm surprised it's still there.
Did you guys hear that Star Wars stuff in the score just then?
The da-da, like
yeah.
People have, not that I've gotten into arguments or anything like that, but people have told me no. I think it's just because John Williams continues to use the same, the London Symphony Orchestra.
He uses a lot of the same stuff, yeah.
And I was like, there are parts where you definitely hear scores from his other movies, kind of, how do you say, layered into it.
Yeah, I'm assuming it's like a musical reference that he's doing of like you take a little theme that you recognize from that, you just put in a couple of notes.
Look, I love John Williams to death, but I'm sorry.
Oh, here it
you
comes.
listen to Potter, you listen to Hook, you listen to Indiana Jones, you listen to Star Wars. Believe me, they all sound similar.
And Superman as well.
They do.
The 70s, that's just for the Christopher Reeve Superman. I forgot that John Williams did that one too.
The number of times people have gotten confused. Like I remember hanging out with some friends and we were talking about the Indiana Jones theme. And, oh yeah, the Indiana Jones theme, yeah.
Wrong movie. You lose your nerd card.
Like it took a couple of minutes. I went, no, that's Jurassic Park, man. That's definitely Jurassic Park.
Wow, dude, John Williams does. So he's done the Star Wars movies. He's done Indiana Jones, Jurassic Park, Minority Report. Let's see. Apparently, according to this, he's done some of the ET music.
Yeah.
Yeah,
When the hell did
Spielberg's,
what music did he do on Home Alone? What the fuck?
He did the Home Alone. That's his score.
Oh, and Jaws. Yeah, dude, he has done so many Close Encounters. Yep.
Literally, like that. He's my childhood man. He is the soundtrack to my entire childhood.
Yeah.
Schindler's List. Jesus Christ.
Schindler's List.
Saving Private Ryan. Oh my God. Yeah. No. Okay. John Williams is incredible.
No, he is. He is the GOAT, man.
And I'm going to agree with Chanty. What you said is that after a minute, like if you do so many movies and so many iconic movies, honestly, after a minute, some of your music is going to start sounding kind of similar. Like it's unavoidable.
Yeah.
There is one track on the Hook soundtrack that you completely hear a couple of notes of Star Wars in there, and I'm like, oh my God, it's incredible.
I love Hook so much.
Well, we appreciate you being here.
I think that movie's great.
Hook's good.
But it's been very difficult for me to watch.
No Robin Williams anymore.
Yes, true. Especially like yeah, Robin Williams thinking of his happy thoughts. Like, oh, Robin.
It's been difficult. Man. It took me a long time to watch Hook after he died.
I need to rewatch Patch Adams. That's a good movie.
Which one?
Okay.
Patch Adams, the doctor one. Really good. Harrison, have you ever seen that? It's a really good movie. But anyway, you can go ahead with your thought.
No, I heard a real kind of sad story. It was one of the child actors from Mrs. Doubtfire was saying like there was a weird side to Robin Williams where like he was never bad or anything, but he was like he'd be on set, he'd be so high energy, so cool, and you'd be your best friend, and then like he'd go off to his trailer and he goes like, one time I just ran into his trailer, I was like, Robin, and he's just sitting there, just head in his hands. And he was like, that was it. Like he wasn't like on camera. He was just like that so often.
I don't think.
Apparently, he puts it down to all that coke that he did while he was on Mork and Mindy.
Yeah, I mean, between that and I really sometimes think people don't realize just how much the more comedic actors and comedians in general, they tend to be the most tortured souls of them all.
Mm-hmm.
And it's really sad to me.
Yeah. Like for them to bring so much joy to people, and then for them to themselves to be just so sad. It's
and
like,
I think that's why they do it. I think that I mean, I suffer myself, and there's a large part of the reason why I do this is because you know what, I do want to entertain people because I never want anyone to feel the way that I feel.
Agree.
You know, so I don't know. It's a strange thing, but yeah,
I'm sure it's cathartic in its own way. Like you feel good for making other people feel good.
It is.
There's the Wilhelm scream.
Yeah.
Always. Yeah, this whole chase scene. This became iconically Indiana Jones, like him doing this whole ridiculous like fight while he's driving a car.
Boom.
It is just like in like all the movies now, isn't it? Like the truck chase with a fight.
Yeah. They also have the same thing in King of the Crystal Skull where he's driving and then like the two cars are coming at each other. No, you don't know him. You don't know it. And then they crashes the two cars. I'm like, because Indiana Jones is freaking crazy.
Yep. And I think I read Crusade. Like Crusade has the most amount of like chase sequences of the 4 movies that have come out. Because there's like a car chase, there's a boat chase, there's like all sorts of different chases going on in Crusade.
There's a chase on a train. Like,
in a box.
Yeah, exactly. Well, he was on it. Yeah, he was on top of the train. Then he climbs in one of the train cars and then out of it. It's like there's a whole bunch of different stuff that goes on in that movie.
I love Crusade. That one's so good, and I love the whole beginning with River Phoenix's character playing the young Indy and.
River Phoenix. All these people we lost.
Yeah.
So Tony says, Harry, read the lyrics to the Iron Maiden song "Tears of a Clown." It's about Robin Williams.
Aww.
Yeah, I didn't know that. Let's check that out.
This is exciting as well. Yeah, no, I do love this scene in the movie. If that's what you're talking about.
No. It's
Maybe
just
not.
great action.
Oh,
no,
wow.
I love action. I love a great action movie.
So yeah, Silverwolf says his doctors told him that his brain chemistry had been too altered by the excessive drug use, especially his particular poison. Well, that's a shame.
He just didn't remember Mork and Mindy. Like he knew he made it, but he just didn't remember it.
I believe that. I mean, the same person who kind of went through that was Matthew Perry on Friends with his alcohol abuse and drugs and stuff. He doesn't remember filming like an entire season of Friends.
Yeah.
I mean, seriously, can you imagine that?
It's
Which
crazy.
I
It's crazy.
remember
Like,
lines then. How were you even able to act?
Copious amounts of drugs.
well, yeah. Unfortunately, I started being functional as a thing that's weirdly not that uncommon with like substance abuse. Like,
Really, really incredible.
Mm-hmm.
Not in a good way, but it's fascinating.
Yeah, it's crazy. Damn, I forgot how long this particular chase scene actually is. Like, it goes for a minute.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, look, but I kind of thought the same thing when I was watching it in the theater. I was like, some of these sequences maybe could have been shortened just a little bit.
Yeah. The movie's just about 2, like with credits it becomes about 2 hours, but like without it, it's about an hour 50. So I'm like, yeah, it's a little long. I'm like, you probably could have shortened down this one at least a little.
Yeah, and really just this scene.
Mm-hmm. Like the guy climbing on the car and having to fight him. I'm like, it's not necessary, but it's still, again, it's a cool thing that Indiana Jones does.
When he
Fighting him
punches,
back.
oh, when he punches him in the arm that just got shot.
It's like, you jerk. Oh, and then throws him through the window. See, it's again, so we can have this uncomfortable scene in a minute where he's laying on there and almost gets his nuts run over by the wheel.
I also like that there's Steven Spielberg going like, "Hey guys, don't forget where Mercedes came from."
Mm.
Hey man, I don't know. I think Steven Spielberg, yeah, with a name, I'm pretty sure he's Jewish, so I'm like, he's not gonna forget.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So, maybe that's why I do like BMW better.
Right, yeah.
I've never liked the way Mercedes looks. I don't know.
So this has nothing to do with anything, but I'm a big Formula One fan, and I'm sick and tired of Mercedes winning every goddamn year. Go Red Bull. Go Max Verstappen. Yeah, no. But in all seriousness, though, like, yeah, no, I guess he just doesn't like Mercedes. He just doesn't like German stuff. Go figure.
It's that weird thing when, like obviously, it was an entire country. Like you can't necessarily blame the people who built the trucks for what they're used for. But yeah, it's a weird thing when you think about it.
Nah, go fuck Mitsubishi. They made the bombers that bombed Pearl Harbor. Screw them.
Oh, yeah, run over.
I mean, pretty sure Ford made the bombers that did something worse.
Ford made some tanks that ran through freaking Poland, more than likely. So I'm like, let's. But you know what? Screw. I don't have a Mustang. I have a Scion. So screw Ford. No, but anyway, yeah. So we're just about at the end of this chasing. I think we are just. Good for Indiana Jones. He rocks, even though he just got shot.
I love how angry he looks. So angry and tired of this. It's like, God damn it.
I mean, he did you not just see the last 7 minutes that he just fought to get that freaking box?
Well, it's sort of thing of, it's nice to see that. It's like I think people talk about Die Hard a lot. Like one of the best things about Die Hard is that Bruce Willis looks exhausted and beat up all the way through that movie. He doesn't come out clean like loads of action stars do. And this has got the same thing. Like, Indy is suffering.
Because again, it harks back to the day when there was just the normal guy was the hero. He's not like anything.
Action movie of all time, by the way.
Which one?
Die Hard.
Die Hard is good. All right, so I love Die Hard. I love the early Die Hard. I love Die Hard and Die Hard 2. Everything after that, I'm like, you guys are kind of losing what John McClane is again, because he's the normal guy. He's just trying to survive through this.
I can live in Die Hard 1 forever. I'm good.
Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker. You don't? Alan Rickman? Oh.
Like the secretary at the Nakatomi Tower. It's just you being like, hey, Mr. Gruber.
God.
How you doing?
How long are you staying?
Oh my God, I was devastated when he passed away. I mean, devastated. Because I love...
Dude. He's so good at everything he does. Dogma.
Oh my God. Favorite Kevin Smith movie.
Yeah, I am the Metatron, voice of the one true God.
It's like, Jesus, do you have to use the whole cat? I love that movie so much. Oh, it's my favorite Kevin Smith movie is Dogma. Well, actually, I
What do you do? Hit me with that fish.
Buddy Christ.
Buddy.
George Carlin.
George Carlin being there was the best thing. Oh my God, that is the greatest.
Yeah, George Carlin is pretty amazing as that bishop.
God. So okay, so this is why they got. I forgot, even though I literally just watched it. I was like, forgot why they get on the boat again. It's because they're transporting it back to America. I'm like, dude, get rid of the goddamn Ark. Throw it in the ocean.
Do something.
What we'd all do after kissing that lady. I forget her name. You said it a little while ago.
Marion,
yeah. The actress's name.
Oh, Karen Allen.
What we'd all do after kissing Karen Allen in the 80s. Start singing freaking Gilbert and Sullivan show tunes. Yep, it's about to get the little spicy up in here.
Hell yeah.
Oh.
Some sexy times, and it's gonna be Indiana Jones with his shirt off.
Oh.
So take me back to John Wick 2.
It's an interesting question of like, if you could live in an action movie, what action movie would you live in?
Like, John Wick all day long. I just want to make sure I'm not one of the people who's trying to go after John Wick.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I'm not sure I'd want it because I don't know where's good to be. Like, unless you're his dog. Like, what's the good bit? Like, unless you like, even if you were just a guy who works at the hotel, it'd be like, man, this is such an awful job. I have to clean up after these guys all fucking day.
I love
it. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say, if you ever saw John Wick 3, there's a part where like the employees of the hotel have to start like shooting people who come in to attack them. It's like it's a whole thing.
Yeah, I know.
See, Tony says it's funny when Indy gets smacked by the mirror, which I do to laugh at as well. And then like the ship horn.
And I like that she's like, huh? He was just screaming. Why are you asking? Did you say something? No, I just screamed bloody murder for no reason.
Yeah, baby. Kiss that forehead. Kiss that. I'm like, I get it. It's trying to be like, he's working his way down. And I'm like, it's not here to kiss your eye, buddy.
I will kiss him anywhere. I don't even care. I will kiss his eye.
I'm sure you will.
Would. Damn you, Callista Flockhart, you lucky bitch. I remember when I heard that they had started dating, I was fuming pissed and super jealous. Like, this skinny little bitch. I was like, damn you, Ally McBeal, damn you.
Yeah.
Oh, Callista Flockhart. Okay, yeah, it's her. I was like, who's Callista Flockhart again?
Which sucks because I actually do like her. Like, I don't have a problem, but man, I was really, really jealous when I heard it.
I could see it. I could definitely see. You'd see. He looks like he'd go for the scrawny girls.
They're actually very cute together, honestly.
Yeah, I've heard that they're massive stoners together.
I believe
that. I've seen videos of him on weed, like him being like stoned out of his gourd and like trying to do interviews and shit. It's so fucking funny.
Have you seen the show Shrinking on Apple TV?
No.
So I've heard of it. I have not watched it yet.
Okay, so Harrison Ford's in it, and yes. I think it's very funny. It's a good show, but there is a scene, spoiler alert, on the show where his character gets like really high. He has one too many gummies, and it's hysterical.
Well, we've all been there.
In it, the one from Forgetting Sarah Marshall and
Jason Segel. Yeah.
He's the main character. He's very funny. I love him. Absolutely.
Awesome. I'll have to check it out then, because usually I'm not about Apple TV shows, but I started watching Ted Lasso, and that was really good. It's one of the few movies or one of the few shows that actually makes me like feel and like legitimately like oh damn, that really gets to me.
Coach Beard all the way. And Roy Kent. I love Roy Kent. Ted Lasso's great.
Hans got a good answer to the action movie to live in. Last Action Hero.
Oh, there you go. Okay.
That is a good choice, actually.
Oh, well, I guess I don't know. Does Predator count as an action movie?
Oh yeah. I mean,
I'd totally live in the Predator universe. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, I totally consider that to be an action movie.
I mean, if it's like the universe, I guess. If it's just the movie and I'm just stuck in a jungle, like I'd be a bit annoyed.
Okay, so yeah, I mean, I guess yeah. If we're talking about just the movie itself, then yeah, okay, I'd be stuck with all the commandos in the jungle. Like, I might be a little screwed.
Just like all these guys be like, "Hey, Gilbert, why so small?"
Yeah, I'm not Arnie Buff. So I'm not Jesse Ventura or Arnie Buff, so I couldn't do. They'd be like, "You puny little man." So maybe, yeah, it's a good point. Maybe Indiana Jones, if we're going to talk about action films, like Indiana Jones, or maybe like True Lies. That'd be a fun one.
Oh, True Lies would be a good one. You know, I was wondering maybe Desperado.
Oh, that's a good one.
Oh, Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. If we're talking about like westerns, then yeah, like Good, the Bad, and the Ugly would be like one of my favorite. I would love to live in a western.
I will live anywhere where Clint Eastwood is.
Of course you will.
I love Dirty Harry. I love every single Dirty Harry movie. Seen them all, love them all, don't care.
Glorious movies.
Love it.
Like horrible police officer, glorious movies. Don't even care. Love it.
Love Gran Torino, love Dirty Harry, love In the Line of Fire. I love that.
Dude, Gran Torino is a masterpiece.
Total Clint Eastwood nut.
Love how we're sitting here talking about this, but there's still stuff going on.
I'm sorry. So they're in.
Yeah, they're in a Russian Nazi sub. We just completely glossed over the part with the pirates.
They took Marion, or they took her.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry. I know I get all like, stop getting off track, but it's fine. That's our podcast for you.
He's swimming.
There he is. I love how they all start cheering for him when he's on the freaking. Yeah. But that is a total action hero thing to do. Is he jumped in the water and now he's like gonna break into the damn Nazi sub. Oh, whoa! I just heard my voice on your thing, Chanty.
Oh, sorry. That's because I cupped the speaker by accident.
Oops. But yeah,
I was worried it was like someone outside. It was like the emergency broadcast system. They were telling you to evacuate, Chanty, isn't it?
Oh no.
Silver Appaloosa for a few dollars more. Yes, exactly. So I voted for Jesse Ventura for governor of Minnesota.
I live in Tombstone. I love Tombstone. That's a great western.
Oh, Tombstone. 310 to Yuma. 310 to Yuma was a great one too.
Yeah.
Tombstone is an amazing movie. I don't know if I could say I'd live in it because like it's like a bit too miserable.
Yeah. Val Kilmer has tuberculosis in that.
Yeah. It's like, what's that? Oh, Doc Holliday's over there dying.
If anyone played Red Dead Redemption 2, they know. It's like I don't know. Westerns like they seem cool, but then you get TB.
Damn, Elliot is there. Are you seeing a pattern in all the men that I like?
I think I am. They were really big 80s here. Let me guess, you also love Stallone.
Ugh.
Wow, okay. Surprising.
My mom is all about I'm not a fan of him at all. I like Arnold more, but I'm not attracted to Arnold.
Okay.
Oh. Right. This might be a bad decision, but I might live in Dusk Till Dawn.
Okay.
Like if I could either be a vampire or the vampires leave me alone and I just hang out in the tea twister all the time, I'll do that.
I would love to be a vampire.
See, action flick. Since we're on this, I'm like, it's a superhero movie, but I'm gonna count it. Batman Forever. I would live in that universe too. I would live in that movie, no problem at all.
Just going around doing your neon bike races.
Hell yeah, with like that make no sense through like construction sites that look abandoned for years. I love it.
You really disappoint me, Gilbert.
Well, I could have said Batman and Robin.
Please stop. Please stop. I will say of the two, I would watch Batman Forever before I ever watch Batman and Robin again.
Weirdly, I'm down with Batman and Robin. Like that's one of those movies where it's very much a so bad it's good for me. You know, like I love Arnie in it. I love Bane in it. Uma Thurman's all right. And you've got I always forget the actress. Is it Liv Tyler? Is in that movie? The one that's Batgirl. Who is Batgirl in that movie?
No, it's the girl from Clueless.
Yeah, Alicia Silverstone.
Right, yeah.
Honestly, the one thing that I love about Batman and Robin is actually Arnold.
That's funny.
The only thing that I actually enjoy in that movie.
Nice to see you.
I love all of his puns. I think they're great.
Yeah.
Also, I want to talk about how fucking Indiana Jones kind of went like full on Agent 47 here. Like he pulled a dude, like took his costume and started like. I love that how he just like took a bunch of different dudes like a uniform and then put them on.
I love how Belloc is really jonesing over Marion. Like he wants her always by his side. Every time she's in the picture, he takes her.
Yeah, I mean
that is odd. Like, surely it would be easier to just like lock her somewhere. Like
he is seriously hot for her.
He's got some like serious Pepe Le Pew vibes going on here. Which then again, not just because he's French. It's like, Chérie, we will make beautiful music together with my Nazi friends. No, that's bad. That's horrible. But yeah, no, it's pretty much what I'm getting from him is that yeah, he's not taking no for an answer from her.
Did you watch the original Mighty Morphin Power Rangers movie back in the 90s?
Yes, I did. Oh,
you know he's Ivan Ooze, right?
Oh, is he?
What?
Oh man.
Oh, that is so crazy.
Yep.
This has a rocket launcher.
John?
I know, like I feel like Marion won't survive that, bro.
I mean, yeah, and I guess he's bluffing. He's totally bluffing, and it reveals it later. But I'm like, but bro, yeah, no, there's no way Marion survives at that range.
And he knows that he would not blow that thing up. There's no way. He just eats a fly right now. Okay, anyway.
That's a good dude. He ate a. I saw that. Oh.
Everyone in the theater acted when they saw that because it's so much more noticeable on the big screen.
Supposedly, like I guess the story is that the fly flew out of his mouth, but I'm like, I don't buy it. I didn't see it. You ate that fucking thing.
He ate it.
Looking at him, I can see that he is Ivan Ooze. Now you said it. I'm like, of course he's Ivan Ooze.
Without the accent, I'm like, I just, oh my god, it's crazy.
You could see it in the face and the eyes.
Get some like crazy purple hair on him. Yep.
Oh, I need to watch that movie again.
Wouldn't blow that thing up. Give me a break.
Could he even like? That's the one question: is that if it's supposed to be like actually an artifact from God, could he even blow it up?
I wouldn't.
I wouldn't even try. Like, what would that do?
I can't even imagine.
You know you want him, Dr. Jones. It's like I love how he appeals to him. It's like it's kind of right. He wants to open the box. He kind of wants to find out what's in there.
He does.
It's like you weakling. You should have just thrown it in the ocean when you had the chance. Let it be the fish's problem.
I do like his accent. It's actually pretty good.
Go on, Indy, blow it up. Just do it.
Come on, man. We got 10 more minutes of this freaking movie. Just do it.
I think that'd absolutely be my move. I'd be like, yeah, no, I'm just destroying this thing, man.
But again, if he does that, he kills Marion too. So I'm like, double-edged sword.
Yeah.
And then of course he's gonna die too. Like right after he fires it, they're gonna shoot him.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. He's probably not getting away with that.
By the way, this was incredible to see in the theater.
How are they gonna get off the island with that arc? They weren't. I don't know. I don't think they were.
I don't think that was definitely his intention. He was all about wanting to see what he do.
Yeah. I think it was also like his plan was just to save the girl. Like I don't think he had any aspiration, honestly, to get the arc until Bellic was like, "You want to do this too?" It's like, yeah, it's like, "Fuck, you're right."
Shut your eyes, Marion.
Don't look, Marion. Don't look. See, I love the South Park episode where they were watching Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. Don't look, guys, don't look, and it kills everybody in the theater. See, so if we're sorry if we all go quiet, it's because this is probably one of the best parts of the movie is when all the Nazis die and like the dude's face melts off.
It is so cool. I love the effects of it. I hate sand.
Right.
Could any one of you guys work on a submarine? Yeah, no. Fuck that. Fuck all of that.
I mean, like, I'm not against the idea. I mean, well, obviously recent news might colour my thoughts on that. But like, I don't mind the concept of being in a submarine. I had a friend who was a submariner, and he said that it's not a fun life.
Yeah, I would think so.
Yeah, no, my uncle was the same thing. He worked on a sub, and he's like, it was boring, and you had to find ways to entertain yourself, otherwise you go crazy. I'm like, nope, I don't want none of that. Yeah, exactly.
Also,
I'm
apparently,
a person, so that wouldn't bother me, but it would be the boredom that would drive me insane. Not so much the claustrophobia. I don't care about that.
apparently there's a smell as well, like, and you don't notice it because you've been in that tin can for long. But when you go out and see humans again, they notice. Like
Really?
the collective smell of all these people just together in this airtight container.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I love this, Raimi. Why don't male actors have chest hair anymore? I don't know.
Honestly, I think it's some sort of like Gillette conspiracy. Like they're trying to feed us this.
Pretty fluffy.
It's the Manscaped. It's all the people from Manscaped trying to start a conspiracy with the razor companies.
Embrace the chest hair, but the back hair, wax it.
Get rid of that shit.
Wax back hair.
I have waxing nothing.
I might shave. I'm not gonna wax
I got my
anything.
shoulder hair on display today because it's so hot.
Melt your face off.
Dude, that's when you run away, getting eaten by angels or whatever.
Don't look, Marion. Yeah.
Nah, not yet. But this is so like as a child, this scared the shit out of me. Like,
of course.
And being told, well, we pray to God, and and this is God's power. Oh my! I'm like, that scared the shit out of a small child. Like, why would? Oh my god, it's so messed up. Awesome effects, but so messed up.
In Miami right now.
I really miss that like old like lightning effects thing where they were like painting on the celluloid.
Yes.
Like you got it in Ghostbusters and you got it in loads of old school stuff. And it looks great to me.
Another fantastic movie, Ghostbusters.
Oh yeah.
Apparently they're making a sequel to that reboot that they made.
You know what? I liked Ghostbusters Afterlife. I did.
Yeah.
I enjoy it. I did enjoy it. A good homage to Egon and Harold Ramis. So I got no beef with that one.
Yeah. Also, I feel it was tastefully done the way that they got Harold Ramis's ghost to come back. Like, that was really cool.
Please stop, because you're gonna make me cry. I was sobbing in the theater.
I loved all that stuff when you don't see anything, it's just him moving stuff. Like that bit, which is like, how do you know all this? And the lamp like moves towards all his awards, his diplomas, and I'm like, that's a nice way to do it. Like, and again, it had that more practical like 80s feel to it.
And I liked they didn't have him talk. Right? You just see him. You know, they didn't try to splice any dialogue together. It was like, that's all we needed. I just need to see him and pay your respects, and that's it.
Whoa, wait a minute. Did you guys just see all the Nazis were gone just now?
They all
that was the weirdest thing. They got sucked into the box. How the hell do you not believe in like magic? If what's in the box? Bunch of dead Nazis.
Oh god, I hate that line. Oh, the money's fine. That's not the point. Of course, you still took the money.
I'm like, after all of this heartache, he got shot. He thought his girlfriend was dead. He almost got poisoned. After all this crap, he deserves to get something out of it. I agree, though. It is a little sleazy that he still took money for the box.
I feel a little differently sometimes when I hear that line. No, the money's fine. And I'm like, dude, if you really cared about keeping these artifacts, like, safe, and you have this...
it wouldn't be about the money.
I wouldn't have even taken the money. I'd been like, no, man, this is not about the money.
Yeah, it's about protecting this and keeping it away out of that wrong hands.
Right.
I guess something has to cover the expenses of that. Like, he's done a lot of travel.
Yeah.
And again, he got shot. I can't help but
No, obviously.
The medical bills alone.
No,
but yeah, no. Agreed. Like, if it makes Indiana Jones' character seem a little bit more clearly he's doing it for some monetary gain.
Right.
Like, look at that suit. There's no way that wasn't cheap.
Oh,
that suit does make me want to see him in some sort of 40s gangster flick.
Yeah,
the not Usual Suspects. The other
Tommy Gun.
And the other one. What's it called? Untouchables.
Ooh.
Yeah, Untouchables. Yeah, like yes, I don't know, any of those like Prohibition era kind of gangsters. Like that kind of stuff. I think it'd be awesome.
So this is probably the best ending for the movie because it's like if the Ark is in one box, what the hell is in the rest of these boxes? Like that was the greatest part. Yeah, alien. An alien apparently is in one of them. But it's like that's the best way to end that because you're walking out of the theater being like, what the fuck is in the rest of those boxes? Like, all right, so yeah, great movie. Yeah, I'm gonna exit out of this.
And that's another thing I wanted to mention, which was very heartwarming to experience this in the theater, was every single person clapped at the end of the movie. Like thunder applause for a movie that came out 42 years ago, and that was so really.
I'm all about that. Harrison, would you care to share your thoughts on clapping in the theater to Chanty?
Oh no, Harrison, are you against it?
Who are you applauding? There's no one there.
It doesn't.
There's no one there. Applause is for a cast, like for a theater, for people in front of you. There's no one there.
We're there, Harrison. And you don't know. You never know. There might be some rando who worked on the movie is in the room. You never know what they might be doing.
I understand what Harrison is saying. It's not like you're watching a ballet or a Broadway show or a play. I completely understand what you're saying. But for some reason, something takes hold of me. And yeah, for some reason, I will clap at the end of a movie if I think it's really like that good.
That's how you do it, man. That's what Americans do. Like, I don't know what to tell you, Harrison. We like to clap when like
we love to give praise.
When Daredevil showed up in Endgame or in No Way Home, everyone clapped in the fucking theater. People cheered.
Insane. My theater went insane.
Yeah, people lost their credit. That's an American thing, man. I don't know what to tell you.
We lose our
it's
for anything.
Weird.
I love this last comment from Tony. He says, I sleep better at night knowing that top men are studying the Ark. See, that's just a great way to do it. It's like top men. That's just the best like roundabout nothing answer.
You should see what the bottom men are doing.
True, man. Believe me, there is something. I totally believe there are things hidden there. My mom had a friend that used to work in Area 51, and he did not come out the same when he was done. Did not come out the same at all. In fact, my mom refuses to talk about it sometimes because even he refused to like you could tell it messed him up. So, they will shoot you on sight if you get too close.
Oh yeah, no, I always love seeing those idiot videos of people trying to ride up to Area 51 and like I was like, all right, we're going right up to the gate. Oh shit, they're aiming their gun at us. Let's get the fuck out of here. I'm like, dude, yeah, if you go any further, they're gonna shoot you, you moron. Like that's the dumbest thing to see YouTube videos of people doing. But anyway, so
now videos because I want to laugh.
But yeah, guys, so that was Indiana Jones and the Raiders of the Lost Ark. Great movie. Again, like as I said at the very beginning of this whole thing, it's probably going to still be the greatest Indiana Jones movie of all time, even though I have hope. I don't like to say high hopes, but I have hopes for Dial of Destiny. I want to see it. I want it to be good, and we'll see how it goes. So, but so after this, I'm going to start with Harrison. What after watching this movie, is it still as good as it used to be?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, like it's a great piece of filmmaking. I think it gets the action correct. It has the character that is believable enough that's going through it. He isn't a John Wick, so he's not that kind of like superhero with a gun sort of thing. He's a dude who's stumbling through this a bit, and almost a little bit like Mad Max Fury Road. How like Max is there, but he's not like he's not the driving force of the story. Like he's just there. Like how you said that Indy doesn't do much, but he's almost like us, like he's a bit smarter and can do more than the rest of us average Joes can, but he just goes through this extraordinary experience.
What's your favorite moment watching a movie in a theater? My favorite moment when it's good enough that everyone actually when you don't have those people who walk out just like this movie fucking sucks. Like I think that's my favorite movie of any time in the theater is when people actually we all as a community can enjoy the movie and actually like. When I walk out and people are all like, dude, what did you think? Like when they're all talking about it, that's the best part, I think, of any movie is just when people are and truly enjoy it and because that's what makes going to the movies fun for me.
I love it when the lights dim.
Yeah.
Always my kid. I used to stare at the lights waiting for them, and sometimes I would stare so hard that I would think that they were starting to dim, and they really weren't because they were so fixated. But
just getting
that
that blue dot in the eye.
that was always my favorite. But I agree, Gilbert. Yeah, that's definitely also because that. It's funny. I was just talking about this. I saw Dunkirk in the theater, and that was definitely one of those movies where the guy who was next to me, like, he just looked at me and he was like, "That was a great movie, was it?" I'm like, "Yeah," and it was nice to have that connection with a complete and total stranger. Yeah,
Exactly. It's great.
Mm-hmm.
Where does this movie still hold up for you though? Like after all this time, like I think you said you just watched it a few weeks ago, so I'm gonna say yes, probably.
Oh, for sure. I mean, the fact that I was able to just watch it again after just seeing it 2 weeks ago, that shows you how much it does still hold up. It completely entertains me. I was actually talking to Josh about this after I watched the movie at the theater, which was, I love this movie because it has something for everybody. There's romance, there's a bit of comedy, there's horror, there's action, there's adventure. I mean, this is a perfect recipe of like every genre that you can think of. That's what I love about it.
Agreed. And it's, as far as like of the trilogy, I think it's the best one just because it does, like you said, all of those things, and it does it in such a way that it doesn't feel like it drags it out too much. Like
Right.
there are, like I think again, the one chase scene that we were talking about kind of drags a little bit, but the story itself, it's just, and it doesn't feel like it wastes any time. At least I don't think so.
Right. Yeah, it's true. From beginning to end, it's just in your face. It's great.
All right, everybody. So that is going to be the end of it for us. Yeah, we're going to be going for over 2 hours. It's a little over our normal time, but so I'm going to say thank you so much, of course, to Harrison, my co-host, for being here. If it hadn't been for him, I would have had to be more like entertaining the whole time. It's like, oh fuck, that's not. Uh-oh. But so yeah, thank you to Harrison and your cat ear.
I was going
to compliments to your girlfriend for her awesome choice in attire. And of course, thank you to the second of our top men, but it's really just a top woman. Thank you, Chanty. For and do you have anything you want to talk about? I think you have a 1-year anniversary coming up.
Yes.
Your thing.
And by the way, it was absolutely my pleasure. I had no problem saying yes to this when you messaged me. I was like, absolutely, I will do this with you guys. It's a shame that Josh couldn't join me, but I will be, well, really quick, I will be on Lego Studs with Salacious Rum tomorrow, so I'll be building with them because I have a new set.
Nice.
And yes, next Saturday is our 1-year anniversary. We did start off Scarif After Dark and then we rebranded, but it's going to be an open stream. There isn't really technically a topic. I'm going to try and put like a little clip show together of some of funny moments from our past streams, but everyone is welcome. We're just going to shoot the shit, bring your own booze. We're going to drink. We're just going to have fun, and that'll cool. Just be that. Yeah. So I can't
All
wait.
right. Yeah. I look forward. I'll try to, if nothing else, I'll try to jump in the chat and be be active in there. But whatever, yeah, that'll be cool.
Whatever you want. And I'm going to what's called Florida SuperCon actually during the day on Saturday. So I will be taking some video from there. I might go live just to, give a little tour of what's going on. And if you know John from Super Awesome Geek Show, he should be coming down my way because we both live in Florida. So I might be going there with him. So that'll be a lot of fun because I've never met John in person. So that'll be
awesome. Cool. That'll be cool. And so here, everybody, I'm going to put this in the comments real quick. Go ahead and make sure you go to youtube.com/@mypop-my-culture. Very, yeah, for the horniest nerds on the internet, by far the most. I'm surprised you guys still have a channel after that one Disney episode you did.
I'm sorry, but some of these hand-drawn characters are really fucking hot. And
dude hangs dong.
Eric's dick, so I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, dudes hang dong in that episode. I won't. I'm surprised YouTube didn't get you on that one, but we'll see one day. Anyway, so yeah, guys, I'll thank you to our audience, to Tony, Ramey, T for Toxicus. Let's see, Zebulon. We had Hans in here for a minute. I don't think we have Mr. Action. We had Lunar Girl, Silver Wolf of Mandalore, Dr. Mad Studio. If anyone else I forgot, I apologize. And Frank Kepler. That guy was a little weird. I don't know what was up with him, but guy was a little. Oh, we also had Josh in here for a minute.
But yeah, Josh stand up.
So thank you guys to everybody. If I forgot you, I think I forgot Peaky as well. But yeah, if I forgot you, I apologize. Just make sure you shout us out next time, or you give us a chat, and we'll shout you out. And yeah, make sure you like, subscribe, comment below, all that good mishigas that you do on YouTube. And yeah, I know. I said a word. Oh shit! Was that
nope.
thunder? Was that thunder I just heard? 'Cause I just heard like a bump as well.
Yes.
Oh god! Make sure you send all your thoughts and prayers to Chanty so she doesn't get rained out in the horrible Florida weather.
Yeah, I'm going outside because I want to go see. Because that's so stupid.
All right, everybody. But until next time, I've been Gilbert, Harrison, Chanty. We love you all. We will see you guys next time. Make sure you go subscribe, like, all that good stuff, and we will see you all. I'm gonna end this on the music.